Man, you come straight out of a comic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book. I am your host, Will Pharaoh. Now, if you are a fan of this show and you've watched my lives, I've told you before, we going same, but different. I'm switching it up, doing some new things so I can make this a lot more entertaining. I know y'all like it, but I want you to love it and I want you to go tell a friend. So we switching some things up. We got a format now. We actually got some structure to this. It's not just us talking shit for the last 1 hour and a half. We got segments, okay? We got segments, and they're going to be broken down into individual videos as well for you to enjoy. And I couldn't think of two greater guests for me to test this out.
Stop it. Shucks. Now, come on.
You know what I'm saying, man? If you don't know them, they are a part of All-Star Fandom. If you're not following All-Star Fandom, you need to follow All-Star Fandom. When it comes to blurred anything, as much as everything is rising, these are one of those not programs, but these are one of those entities, content pages, and folks that you need to be watching for because they will become a pillar in the blur community. And further than that, sure. Today we got Doc and Deonne here today, man. I am so happy to have them here as guests. Fellas, how are y'all doing today? We're going to start with Doc.
Hey, thank you for inviting us, man. I'm feeling great today, bro. It's been a long week, though. But I'm feeling wonderful today, dog. Let me tell you. I'll tell you about it when we get off of here, bro. But it's been a long week for your boy. But I've been looking forward to this all week, man.
Likewise.
Since you sent the message when we was at Dragon Con, I was like, what? Okay. Yeah. It's about to be on and popping. So let's get it cracking. You feel me?
Yes, indeed, man. Glad to have you here. Deonne, how about yourself, man? How's your week treating you?
Pretty good. Recovering from Dragon Con, more like it. Those first 3 days were great. Saturday was just a mob of people. Yeah. Had downtown Atlanta flooded. Had Georgia versus Clemson downtown, and Mercedes had a global Black Pride was here. It was so much here, and everybody was dressed as something. So that was the type of weekend it was. But no, been great, man. Putting the show together with Ruth's been great. And thanks for the words before this, the kind words, and thanks for having us on, man. Really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, of course. Now, if y'all can, before we jump into our show, let me know what were the top 2 takeaways you had from Dragon Con.
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
That I want to do cosplay next year.
Uh-huh.
That was my biggest one. And I say another takeaway: being able to see some of the voice cast of X-Men. I think that was X-Men 97. Yeah. I think that was pretty dope. So those are my 2 takeaways. Another one, I want to do a panel or something next year, though. So that's a goal. So that I'm throwing that out there. Put it out there.
Yeah, put it in the universe.
So I only get 2.
Yes.
Giancarlo Esposito, number 1.
That was fun.
Just sit and listen to him talk, bro. I was in awe. I wanted to meet him, didn't have a chance, but he'll be here in San Antonio at Science Con. Him and LeVar Burton, so that'd be awesome if I get to meet both of those cats. And to watch Vincent, I always mess up his last name. Vincent D'Onofrio and Mike Coulter speak about what's coming for the Marvel verse. I'm super excited. So those are my 2 top joints from Dragon Con, bro.
Hey, y'all gave some great ones, man. I gotta go check out Dragon Con now.
We're looking for you.
I said that I was going to do it for 2025. I am going to try to hit all the major cons, expos, everything. I'm going to try to make sure Straight Out of a Comic Book invades all of these cons. And just like how y'all said, what y'all would want to do, panels, the whole 9. I want to be when you see it, it's he's here. Yes.
Yeah. We were just out in those Dragon Con streets talking to people, man. That's about what we did for a little while, but there's so many people. There's so many good cosplay costumes, and then there's so many. And then we sat in on sort of a blurred sort of panel too, just blurs a Dragon Con or something like that. It was called. Yeah. And that was an amazing time. We went to one. I went to one last year, very similar, and it was just that's that community there, and people were just figuring out how can they build or find more, people of color who enjoy doing that stuff and doing the stuff that we're talking about. And it felt great to see people like you, because you get that stigma that cosplay, that's not what we do, sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But next year, I got 2 dark turtle, and just because it's proof of scum, I'm like, that's what I'm doing next year.
Just because of little old me.
and Doc, who are you gonna go with?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, I told Deonne when we decided to go to Dragon Con this year, I said, man, I really want to play Luke Cage, because the whole bald head, the menacing figure, just a man's man. I wanted to be Luke Cage, and he already know I wanted to be Blade since forever. But I always tell him, I said, my body has to look a certain way for me to play Blade. So, and I know this is gonna take a lot of people out. I want to do the 1970s Blade. I want to take it back. I want the butterfly collar. I want the yellow jacket. I want the fangs. I might even buy an afro because I can't grow it no more. Or I'm gonna do Luke Cage. So that's gonna be my 2 choices for next year when we go.
Yeah, I think I need to dress up in cosplay when I go to one of these things. Yeah, I think I even got one in mind. I'm gonna be Fat Black Thor.
Hey, that works though.
Yeah.
That works too.
Robe and all, with the hammer, just walking around drunk.
And the beard.
And then get the beard, the whole beard, braid it up.
I'll send you some creature comforts from here in Atlanta. That's the beer he was drinking. Yeah. I'll make sure to send that to you so you can be authentic.
Yeah. And I got the shades, so you just gonna catch me randomly in the corner like this,
just out.
Look, he gonna be watching everything though, just sitting there.
Everything.
You're like, is he dead? No.
Somebody just come over there and start poking him, like,
yeah, just like, hey, wake up, sir.
I might really have to do that.
That'll be a good one, man.
It really would.
Appreciate that. But so the new format that we have, we're gonna be doing a couple of things today. We're gonna get into some trending news. We're gonna do a new segment called Dare to Decide. And we'll get into that just a little bit later. Also, play, download, delete. And then a new thing that we have, especially for the blurs, Nerd Word Dash. All of this is going to be coming up and more. So you got to stay tuned. Watch the full episode. You can check out the audio as well on all the audio stuff. I'm not finna run through the whole thing. Y'all know where y'all go watch podcasts at. It's on there. You ain't gonna be like, oh, is it only here? It's all on there. Same thing with the following, liking, subscribing to all the channels, the Straight Up a Comic Book YouTube channel, all the social platforms, all of them, even OnlyFans. I don't do nothing on there. I'm letting you know that. But we got it. There's a handle.
You don't even show your feet, bro.
Nah. I just be showing awkward pictures of lightsabers. Like what is he about to do with that? Like, hey, unlock for $9.99 and you can find out. I just be like stirring. I just be mixing flour and water with it and shit.
You're a wild boy, dog.
Hey man, I gotta pay this rent.
That's wild behavior right there, bro.
I gotta pay this rent, man. YouTube ain't giving us this money like they used to, man. Everybody's hurting right now. All right.
Oh man,
I got to do something. Speaking of OnlyFans and hurting, that gives us right into how's the first story. So,
God. I hope this ain't the first topic. I think
that's a magical segue.
Oh my God!
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
So we have found out, man, if you are a wrestling fan, even if you're not a wrestling fan, I'm sure you have heard the news about Vince McMahon for these last couple of years, man. Just a lot of stuff coming out. Honestly, no surprise to anybody on this episode right now. But it is starting to air out. He is no longer with the WWE, but Netflix has decided to give the people what they want, and they are coming out with a Netflix documentary about Vince McMahon. Now, the question that I want to ask y'all, especially y'all already know a lot about Vince McMahon, the history that he's had with the WWE, building it to the empire that it is now. But I want to know, how do you think this docuseries will portray Vince McMahon's legacy in WWE and professional wrestling as a whole?
I'm gonna throw it to Deonne first. Deonne, catch that one, and I'm gonna come in on the back end.
Gotcha.
I like that.
I don't know, since we had those recent updates and everything, and he's no longer with the company. I don't know if it's going to be as flattering of a docuseries. I think it's like 6 episodes or so. It's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's wild is that, like, while we're watching a little bit of the trailer, a lot of there's that time period in wrestling where a lot was happening, a lot of scandals, the steroids and stuff like that. I think getting more into like who Vince McMahon is, the man. I hope that's what they dive into a little bit more. But I don't think, man, like right here, like we're gonna have to cover those allegations and that and that money and all that stuff. So, man, I want it to be. It's so rough. It's rough, Will, because this man is so much. He's responsible for so many of my wrestling memories. Like he's done it. We just went through WrestleMania 40. We have that because of him.
Yeah.
But what's wild is like he gave interviewers this access to him for the first time. Like they have like 200 or so or over 200 hours of interviews. Like that's family, that's personal stuff. I don't think he's done this since like Beyond the Mat, where they let the cameras go behind. So but then take that epic turn like midway through, like probably around the steroids era, and then we get into the Attitude Era, and now this. But hey, that's favorably. That might not be the word for this one. Yeah, unfortunately.
So I'm gonna go ahead and run this thing in. Look, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
When he took the glasses off, that's when it's like, let me tell you something, son. Come here.
We've all when during the pandemic we watched Tiger King, right?
Yes.
Same people are doing this documentary. I love documentaries, but you always see how they build you up and then they tear you down, and that's not just because they're doing a documentary. That's because this person really did this type of bad shit in real life. I hate that for him, but I'm going to talk about the positive. Man, if it was not for Vince McMahon, where would wrestling be right now?
We still be territories, probably. It wouldn't be global. It wouldn't be national, maybe.
Global, international brand right now if it was not for him. I promise you, man, when we were talking earlier, and y'all were naming the new wrestlers now, man, I don't know none of them because I stopped watching. I'm being honest. And this docu-series, I hope they talk about his intellect, how he combined 2 of the biggest wrestling companies and made it into something spectacular, bringing in different people, getting the most he can get for the pay-per-views for his people. I mean, putting people on, and just I hope they touch on that more than they're going to touch on these allegations, which we know is going to come.
Yeah, he can't skirt them. He can't. Yeah. So
I'm hoping it's going to be 6 episodes, man. It's going to be ups and downs, and we are going to be glued to the TV watching it because we are all 3 of us huge wrestling fans. Something we all grew up on. Something we still talk about to this day. Something y'all still watch, and I still watch old episodes of wrestling. And I hate that he maybe did what he did. I hate that for him because I like to see my heroes ride off into the sunset, bro. And he ain't gonna get that opportunity. He gonna ride straight to whatever clink they gonna take him to.
Well, I don't think he'll be in the clink, but I do think like what's the title again? Will is Madman and is Vince McMahon Madman and something else? What's the other M word? Maniac, Genius, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
What do they call it?
Because the cover looks amazing. Like I love
Mastermind,
and Madman. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that duality of those 2 people. Vince McMahon's that one person, but here's that Madman. Here's that Mastermind who gave you WrestleMania. But here's the Madman who did all the crappy stuff that people are going to talk about and just brought up. So it stinks because it felt like he was going on that little farewell tour a few WrestleManias back when he took the worst stunner ever.
Yeah.
And then like he's taking some bad stunners.
Yes, he has.
That's a bad one.
That's when you knew. Oh, Vince is 70. That's when you realize Vince is old.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember the first time I saw him when he took his suit off, bro, and I was like, "No, that ain't the owner of the WWE." And he about to wrestle who? Come on, bro. I was like, "No, cuz."
That's when I was like, "Oh, so that's what the steroids went." He just has all of them.
Just took them off.
That's why he's like, "They're not doing steroids."
I'm doing them all.
Oh, okay, this makes sense now.
But he did things that you've never seen the owner of a company do. He stepped outside of the box, wrote outside of the lines. He didn't give a damn, and he bet on himself, which is what a lot of us are doing now, betting on ourselves.
Doc, by the way, you wouldn't have got that without Shawn Michaels. I'm just throwing it out there.
Boom. Okay. I give you that.
Just throwing it out there.
But without Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels would be getting paid.
Oh, I got that. But I just want you to know as who you would have let go in the other video, you wouldn't have Vince McMahon, the character, without Shawn Michaels.
You would have. Maybe, the screw job never happened.
Hold on, I was going to say, maybe we would have got somebody better.
No, there was no one left.
Here's the thing.
You weren't even born yet.
Stone Cold to that point has stunned everybody. There was only one man left.
Yeah.
And once he did Vince, it was all Mr. McMahon. That character blew up, gave us the greatest heel in wrestling, probably, man.
Oh yeah. But even with this though, oh my bad. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I was just gonna say, man. Like I said, even though Shawn Michaels was off my list, I didn't say he wasn't a great wrestler. I mean, he's hella entertaining. That kick is beyond wild. I tried it a couple of times, missed my landing, but hey,
just slip on a banana peel.
Missed my landing. The landing,
that thing. You feel me?
Not the execution. The landing.
I missed my landing, dog. Like
it's straight. What happened after you hit?
Because he been and come up with that thing. I missed that whole joint. But anyway, back to Vince. I'm just saying, man, he did some great shit, bro. And it sucks. I think at the end of the documentary, it's just gonna talk about all the negative and just it's gonna be a downer.
It's part of his story, though, man. It's his story.
Yeah, I think one of the things, like, again, this doesn't redeem him of any of the negative things that he has done, the allegations that's up with this next statement I say. But the way I go into this is money and power can do two things. It can either corrupt you or in the way, like they say in The Dark Knight, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And with everything that this man has, just think about it when you hear these people who have money and how their lifestyles start to change. We've heard kind of like the underbelly of what these people with like billions of dollars be asking like women to do or what they'll set up just to get like this feeling. So just imagine a person who holds a whole world in his hands.
Yeah.
And eventually you see now what that'll do to you. But like as y'all said, this man did something that gave us 50 years of something incredible. So that's not taken away. And then even for myself, the allegation ain't even the wildest shit I want to know about. I want to know how the fuck he got away with murder on a pay-per-view. This nigga killed Owen Hart, and then nobody did. Ain't no police asked no questions.
That was I remember watching that pay-per-view. I left because it was a commercial. Went chatted up with my mom down there. Then we come back and it's JR and King on the screen, and they continue the show.
Yeah,
that's even as a kid, I was like,
he
died doing what? And then we figure out that he failed. Like, and we still kept the show going. Like,
it was eerie.
That's a wild question because the same way Brandy killed them two people out yonder in that car wreck. That's how he got away with it.
But you got to think about it too, though. Like, it's messed up, but even from a standpoint of a person that owns a company, like when an NFL player breaks his leg or something happens to where like they might accidentally become paralyzed, are you finna stop the whole game?
Well, we stopped the game last season, right? With
the
Hamlin.
Guy, sure did.
You got to now because of the way people are. So you got social media now. So social media can go really knock your stuff down by doing that. But back then, this man had people he had to pay, the pay-per-view folks, the money he had to turn in. He couldn't return back the Snickers money or whoever was sponsoring it.
Snickers and Skittles.
Yeah, Snickers and Skittles and Mountain Dew. He already got them checks. So it's just like
already cashed them joints.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do? And it's just like, yo, that man made the best decision to keep for this company going. Was it right? Absolutely not. But there is a method to that madness and an understanding to it. Again, am I saying it's right? Absolutely not. I'm not justifying this man's actions in no type of way, but that is the reason why they are calling it Mastermind and Madman.
Yeah.
But I gave what I definitely want to see them explore. So that's what I want to know from y'all now is, are there any particular moments or decisions in Vince McMahon's career that you hope the docuseries will explore in depth? And if so, which one are you choosing?
Yeah, I thought you want to go first?
Well, I was going to say what I want to see him what I want to see them explore is his business making decisions. That's what I hope they delve into it, because me being a young entrepreneur from the age of 21, I'm not a millionaire or anything like that, but I want to see how people that get to that level make the decisions that they make to, like I said earlier, just bet on themselves and then just constantly keep hitting the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? Like he constantly kept hitting the jackpot, if that makes sense. You feel me? So I want to see what was his process into making those decisions, because they got him on film interviewing him as well before the whole, shit hit the fan. As they say.
Yeah, he allowed him that access. So yeah. For me, is I thought about that too, because years ago I was like, it'd be pretty dope if he had a book or wrote a book. But my biggest thing, and this goes more into wrestling, I want to know his story about how he essentially took out the territories, because there's clips of him popping up on WCW. And I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. But we've heard all the stories from everyone else that were in those Memphis territories, out in Texas too. But we've never heard it from Vince of granted, we knew he wanted to take it national. He saw a bigger role. But hell, we call it sports entertainment now. They call it more professional wrestling since he's gone. But still, in our idea, he made this entertainment. It's a traveling circus, man. The only thing of its kind, right? I want to know, how did he weave through the territories? Because he would let WWF talent go to these territories, and then I felt like, okay, well, was that enough to bring other people back? I just want to know that story, because there's a lot of wrestling territories in the South. They were called New York for a reason, because they were up there. But he destroyed the South. WCW was the last thing standing. So I would love to know how he went through those territory systems and made those relationships with the Crockett's, and then all of a sudden took out the Crockett's, and then just kept moving on to make this global type, this global juggernaut that is WWF.
Yeah, and I think that's what, to Doc's point, it's that brain mentality, because even and again, I also want to hear from Vince's part, but listening to these other folks, when the Dallas run with the Crockett's, but even going to the Puerto Rican territories, and even to Samoa's territories.
With Rockmont. Yeah.
But you could see that with these people, they had a brilliant mind for wrestling, but what you could tell was, and I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but so let me make sure I say it right. The ambition that they had for their promotion was far from where Vince saw it going. It's he's like, no. Yeah, he was like, I want this everywhere. How do I get this everywhere? I don't want it just in Dallas. I don't want it just in Puerto Rico. I want it to be worldwide. How do I do that? And that's to your point, I would love to hear him tell us what was his strategy for doing that.
Yeah, because we've heard all the stories about the other, like from the other territories. We've heard their stories, right? But it's going to be interesting to finally hear the guy who actually did it.
Yeah. And can I add one more thing? And I know we didn't touch on this, dude. He made his own film studio, WWE Films. Like, think about that. He put his
wasn't the greatest, but
not too much. Not too much. Not too much.
It was the greatest.
Not too much.
Put it to you like this: we saw some wrestlers in a couple of movies. Hulk Hogan was in Rocky, etc., etc. But when he started his own thing, like they didn't have to go over there and try to get into their films. They could right here. We at home go wrestle. Let's go do a movie, and then those movies were in the movies. I mean, just think about what do you have? What kind of madman, I guess, you would have to be to even think of something like that. Or Mastermind. Yeah. I mean, just think about that. Will we have The Rock in Fast and the Furious and in the new movie that he's coming out with? It's called The Machine, right?
Yeah.
Or any of this stuff.
I feel like even WWE got a credit for the Scorpion King too. I feel like they, even at that early of a stage, they may have Vince or WWE may have had a credit at that time too. Just for the Scorpion King.
Them folks made Surf Up too. Okay, WWE could do.
Was it Triple H a voice in that?
Yes, and it was called Wave Mania,
and I watched it.
Okay. I would say that. Hey, has anybody seen the one with Scooby Doo? Like the Scooby?
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania
which one was it?
With John Cena.
Yes, that one was great.
Okay, Rufus, I don't know if you've seen it, but Will, you remember John Cena music hits while like a boulder is coming down on the team, on the game? Yes. John Cena's music hit perfectly. This man stops a boulder, man.
Tell you, bro, that's not like nobody better say shit about a WWE film, man. They say Jingle All the Way too.
Listen,
with Larry the Cable.
Yep. But you can tie all that into what Deonne was saying. It's all entertainment, and we have been entertained for God knows how many years from this dude's brain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Also, I just have to let you know the entertainment thing that
hold on, excuse me. Why you had to lean up to the mic and whisper at the boy like that?
I just wanted to make sure you were informed. Sometimes my mic be low from what I was heard, so I wanted to make sure you had got it.
Thank you for the information, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. But one more question before we get into our next segment. I want to know from y'all if you were doing a interview with Vince McMahon, you got to sit down with him, but you only got to ask one question directly after this documentary has came out. What would you ask Vince McMahon?
Doc, you go first.
Do you think you're a good man?
Oh, wow. Yes, damn it. That's it.
That would be my question. I mean, and you sit there and you think about that question. If somebody asks you that, you can firmly say throughout my whole life, yeah, I'm a good man. I have done nobody wrong. I've taken care of my family, blase, whatever. Yeah, with confidence, 1,000,000%. Yeah, I'm a good man. That's what I would ask him. Do you think you're a good man?
Yeah. Deonne.
Yeah, so mine would be, I went back and forth. I wanted to talk wrestling, little stuff here and there, like why do you make those decisions on certain things, but I would go somewhere else. My biggest thing, and we probably know the answer, is like, why didn't he keep the business in the family? I think that was a big one for me. I granted all the stuff happened, allegations and all that stuff, and him trying to sell off and do all that. We saw the tail end of it. But the fact that he sort of kept it out of his family, especially with, I mean, Triple H is still there. He's number 2 right now in the company. That's that's son-in-law to him. My biggest thing is like, man, like Stephanie was doing great. Stephanie's been there like, man, since she could walk, probably working there, because she was a model in like the magazines when she was a kid, man. Yep. That long ago, all the way to where she was now. Well, it was at the time. It's like, man, why you didn't keep it in the family? Shane wanted no part of it, but why didn't you want to keep this in the family? That would be my question to him. I get the allegation at the end, but what made you decide, like, full on say, like, yeah, forget y'all and sell it off? That's it. And the TKO thing has been great for him, so it worked out. But there's no McMahon at the helm of it, which seems kind of odd. That's all.
Yeah. I would ask Vince where the hoes at. That'll be my question.
Godfather got him in the back.
Yeah, where the hoes at?
Hey,
Take me
and
to
then
the
the
hole.
documentary fades to black, and the music just come down, the camera fall, and that's it.
Yep. And it's just playing Godfather music. Bow, bow, bow.
Hey, Godfather didn't even wrestle some of those nights, man.
God.
Like, I love that's one character that in 98, 99 should not have been rooting for, man. He was a pimp. And then he walked out.
Lita was one of his hoes.
Yeah.
Lita.
Yeah, before she say Rio.
Lita was one of Godfather's hoes before she, became the wrestler.
But you think about it,
like somewhere, man.
In 1998, to have a pimp as a character on that type of shit, I can understand back in the 70s and the 60s. I get that. But in 1998, dog,
dude, we had a porn star.
It was
a porn star.
Yeah. Remember Val Venus?
Oh,
hello, ladies. They took a towel off, man. This dude made a Skinamax with WWE. That was right on cue.
What a time, man.
Oh, man.
No, my real question I would ask him, when it's all said and done, what did it cost you?
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, when it comes to you, what did it cost you?
Boy, he might say the same line that Thanos said on that one.
Everything.
I think he's alienated from his family, probably his wife. I mean, that's why I get up. That's why I'm going a little bit. But when they asked Triple H at the little media scrum at the end, early
show,
I'm like, this is his father-in-law, and these are his daughter's granddad. Like, what do you expect him to say?
Yeah.
So that's a tough position to be in. But I like that question too. Like, because it probably cost him everything at the end of it.
Yeah.
But he's rich, but it cost him. It cost him all of it.
Yeah,
his legacy and everything.
Yeah. Like, you can't go outside and you're not gonna get that. Oh, you're Vince McMahon's gonna be like, oh, that's Vince McMahon.
But let me say something, and because I hate it when everybody always says when you get money, you become a hole and all this shit. If you're a good person, bro, when you get money, you do good stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you wholeheartedly a good person, I believe you can have money and still be a good person while helping people, blessing people, doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it's me being a dreamer, like, because I don't have millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but one thing you have that I think a lot of them don't, which will build character for that, is patience. So many people want to be in this rat race of becoming a billionaire that they'll do what's needed to become it. For yourself, even for myself, we'll become billionaires because of what we love to do. I'm not looking to be rich. I know I'll be rich. I already know that's going to happen. But I don't do this so I can have millions. Like, I've already said before to myself, and even to folks that know me, you're not going to catch me with an 83-room mansion. You may catch me in the woods somewhere where I got to give you instructions. If you've passed the deflated balloons, you've gone too far.
That's the marker.
We need to turn back. If you've seen those, call me. I will come get you. Will the house be big? Sure. But you're not going to see me to where I'm bored and I need to pretend to be God.
Right. No.
Because
I those new things.
It's like I don't need that. I don't have to have that. If anything, you're just going to see me like, dang, this dude made another movie. Dang, this dude made another franchise. Like, how much stuff are you gonna keep doing? And you don't need nobody's help. Be like, yeah. That's me.
Rufus be like, Deonne, wait, you got a bat cave? Yes.
Now hear me out before you start tripping.
And then Deonne be looking at me like, you ain't gonna buy nothing? No. I got everything I need.
Now y'all gonna be looking at me. Is that a Green Lantern ring in your face? Is it real? Be like, listen, I ain't saying I made a fist come out this thing and then grab my drink. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Get a Batmobile, just go to the grocery store and get eggs and milk.
I've thought about this. I've thought about this for a very long time. And I even told my wife this. I said, when I get my money or when I get some money, the only thing I really want like to splurge on is a Lycan Hypersport. That's like my dream car. Like my mom's dream car was a money green Jaguar. Mine's a Lycan Hypersport. I don't know if y'all ever heard that thing sound like a werewolf when you crank it.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying?
That thing vicious. That thing vicious. I want a Batmobile.
Same. Michael Keaton, right?
Yep. Michael Keaton's Batmobile. I'll even take Christian Bale's just in case some stuff pop off.
The Tumbler.
I'll take Christian Bale's motorcycle. I'll take that joint.
But it's part of the tumbler. It's in there.
I know, but I'm saying I just want the motorcycle. I don't want his tumbler. I don't want that.
I know this is a side mission, but how baller was it when he finally popped out of that?
It was super tight.
Went down.
Yeah, dog.
Oh. Yeah.
That was super tight.
But I knew instantly, can't nobody drive that but Batman. I was like, I'm already scared of motorcycles. When I saw that one, when he went up that wall, I was like,
did that joint right there though? That's what got me. When the tires hit that motion, I was like, the tires don't do that. What's going on?
Bro, when he flipped the 18-wheeler on Joker and then came up the wall and the bike spun, I was like, see, I'd have fell off. I'd have fell off right there.
Yep.
You'd have saw a cake flying. Wait a minute, what happened? I fell. Wait. Hold up.
My back, my legs, all of that hurt.
But like I said, hit me. I hit myself. I'm down. Wait. Shit.
Time out, man. Time out.
I think I got whiplash. Alfred, help. Bring some Tylenol.
Okay, Master Bruce.
Why you put no aspirin in my utility belt?
All right, Master Bruce.
Bring some of that poison ivy kush while you're at it. Oh my god.
That scene was amazing, man. I liked the Batmobile, but then that bike, I was like,
that bike was something to not play with, man.
Yeah.
But okay, let's. That's a great side. No, that's a great side
mission over.
No, we always like our side quests. That's a part of these things too. So. But now I want to jump into our new segment, Dare to Decide.
Let's get it.
I have two of these that I'm going to give you. Now, you already know of one, so we're going to save that just so y'all have some decisions, but I want to kind of catch y'all a little off guard. So this is still wrestling themed, so I want to know, in your Dare to Decide, you have two options. You have to wrestle a match at WrestleMania in your least favorite football team's mascot costume with no visibility for a championship belt, or be forced to cut a promo in the arena of your least favorite team in front of, and it's packed with a helium voice.
Oh my God.
I'll take number two, Alex. I'll take number two. Because
why would you take number two?
I can't wrestle blind. I can't do that. But I can do the promo with the helium voice. That would be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the worst team, and don't hate me. Can I say the team, or am I supposed to say the team?
You can say the team, yeah.
Y'all don't get on me. I can't stand them Cleveland Browns, bro. I can't stand them. So I have to take that.
But now that you said it,
what
you got to give us a quick promo in the helium voice. Like what's the first thing you say? What's the first thing you would say? Just get as much as you can. I'm just trying to hit that high. How would you start it off?
Welcome tonight. That ain't hard enough for you. I need the helium dog so I can do the whole promotion. Y'all like that voice, don't it? I'm gonna put that one in the right spot.
Mic too.
You know, I'm thinking about it, right?
It came out real Mr. Kennedy, like just.
Look, he gotta welcome me in. Welcome tonight Oh
I think I'm taking the same one, but I'm doing it at Dallas. I don't like the Cowboys. I'm going there, standing on that star. Well, the ring's on the star, but I'm standing there and giving them the business in a high-pitched voice, man.
Oh yeah,
that's got to be it.
Now let us hear.
What's your opening line?
It's a classic wrestling line, right? Let me tell you something, brother. That's the one. That's the one. That's what I'm jumping in.
You gonna jump on? You gonna jump on it with that one?
I'm ripping them a new one, man. In that voice,
oh my god,
annoying and satisfying.
Oh man, that's funny. Now what you gonna take?
I'm taking the mascot because I would love to dress up as one of the Dallas Cowboys mascots, and I'm making this a squash match. Kick my ass. Hit me. I want the legends there. Like, let me get hit with all the specials. So I can be like, this how trash your team is. Your mascot is getting its ass whooped right now.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Some Dallas fans gonna be real upset with y'all. I'm just saying.
Don't nobody care what Dallas, Oklahoma is saying. Don't nobody care about that.
Dallas, Oklahoma.
Yeah. We don't consider that a part of Texas.
Wait. I lived in Oklahoma and my wife's from Oklahoma. We don't want them either.
Y'all don't want. Yeah.
Move them somewhere else.
We just gonna move them to limbo. You a Dallas limbo. That's what you is. You don't have no space.
Just set them out in the sea. That's it.
I got off the airplane at the Dallas airport. It smelled like Pepto-Bismol and despair.
See, that's just horrible, man.
It's not a great airport, man.
It's not a great airport. They was like, well, you got like a 3-hour layover. You can come back. I don't want to go over there. No. I don't want to go into your city. I'm okay. Okay, and so we got one more for Dare to decide. So this Dare to decide. Reinvent WWE from scratch as Vince McMahon today. Or run today's WWE for a year without any knowledge of wrestling.
No, this was an easy one for me. I'm taking your description had more about like the scandals. I got to take on all of Vince McMahon's luggage or baggage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm starring there because we just celebrated WrestleMania 40. So I'm like, all right, I can manage that, but right now, with how global that's, no, I'm good. Give me the 80s, super easy.
Yeah.
I got to go through the steroids. I get it. I got to go through the screw. Oh, damn. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
See, now you're making them think.
Wait a minute.
You're making them think now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And remember, you went through all this. So, like, you're Vince McMahon today.
And
no, I don't know. Damn. Some good times, man. Attitude there.
You the pickle over here, bro. Like he don't know who's going to go.
You go for a second. I jumped into this.
I gotta think about this. Wait.
I jumped into this.
Look, I'm gonna tell you 100% start from scratch. You don't have to know about something to make something successful. You can learn about it. I'm starting from scratch. I don't want none of that baggage. I don't want none of that on me. And let's see how, if I bet on myself, let's see where I could take it.
I'm gonna take what you just said.
So y'all both would say y'all would run the WWE for a year without any knowledge of wrestling.
I would run it for a year. How do you know if you can do something if you don't try? That's how I'm looking at it. I don't want that baggage on me. Look how you got your boy Deonne can't even talk.
Because he was like, man. I had Trish Stratus in my house one day. Like, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the sexy pick, but yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, just start from I'll take the same way.
Yeah.
Too much baggage, man.
Yeah.
Too much baggage.
I think this is a 3. I was about to say that wrong. I think this is across the board. I was going to say, I think, you know what I was going to say. I was like, no, okay, no. This is across the boards for us. Yeah, man. Even if I didn't have the knowledge, like if I have today's WWE, everyone's there. So Triple H is there.
is there.
You're already running creative. So it's just like, yo, if I run it, I just really am dealing with the business side of it.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily need to know wrestling like that to promote a business. I just need to know what my audience is, what it is that some of the elements that they like. And it's like, okay, I know I need to fill these seats. So I need to make sure I talk to these folks and utilize their strengths, find out what their opportunities are. Because I never like to say people have weakness, just opportunities to get to turn into a strength, and then see where we go from there. Because having it to where you just, because even if you came back as Vince, you still could do a lot, because there's still a lot of people that ride for Vince.
That's true.
Yeah, he still has a lot of allies in there, man. It's hard not to, right?
Yeah, you could your first dude you'd have is Brock Lesnar. So you finna sell out seats because Brock Lesnar is still on your side.
You think he'll ever be back?
Everybody want to see that guy. Can I say
I think
something?
so. I think so.
You think so?
Something about Brock?
Okay.
You know why I don't want him to come back? And I say this about everybody that I love watch wrestling. I don't want to see him walk away broken like on the movie The Wrestler.
Oh,
I don't want that to happen to him. I understand he's a massive man. I get that. But Deonne, and I'm pretty sure we all play football, bro. No matter how massive you are, you can still get hurt and become broken at any given second.
This is true, but here's the thing I will say about this, and I don't want this to sound disrespectful, but Brock don't do shit in the ring for that to happen.
No.
If you look at his matches, it's literally just him tossing people around. Suplex, punching, and then
it is now, yeah.
That's it. Like, it's not like a lot of technical stuff. Like, he's not doing shooting star presses off the top rope no more.
That was nasty.
Yeah, like
that was nasty looking.
Yeah. He's like, to your point, he has understood, like, yo, I've gotten older. Let me work this the way it needs to be worked, and depending on the person that it is. Now, I don't think he needs to come back. I think Brock's story has been fully told.
Yeah.
I think the only time you do that is if you're trying to elevate someone else's story. Yeah. So, like, for instance, like Gunther. I would love to see Gunther take on Brock at WrestleMania, just so we now know we have someone who's up there with Brock.
On par there.
Yeah. Because he's already there. Yeah, he's already there. But we have to see him against the beast for it to be. This now is the totem pole when it comes to someone like that. Right. That's all I need.
And he did the favors for Cody Rhodes too. So I mean, he's willing to do it. I feel like this was a good Brock run, though. I'll admit, this last Brock Lesnar with no Heyman was a good one. The ponytail Lesnar or whatever, that was a good one.
Yeah, because you could tell he was having fun.
Yeah.
Before we change topics off the wrestling, how do y'all feel about this being John Cena's last year?
I like it. He
deserves it.
He deserves it. I like how I think something Triple H said in the post show. He has earned it to go out within his own terms.
Yeah, man.
He has earned it of how he wants to do it. And I like that he's doing it with the tour. Yeah. Finishing off, giving us what it is that we would like to see. And I'm sure, like, because there's so many matches that with people now that are still currently doing it that we would love to see John Cena be a part of one last time. And even to the certain point of, I know in wrestling, a lot of people will make the sacrifice to like say, for instance, if they're champ and this is their last match, they'll, hand down the belt and stuff. Yeah, go off on a loss. I personally would not like to see that with Cena. I would like to see Cena.
So you want to see that story go and him leave with that belt?
I want to see him now.
I was thinking the same thing too.
I want him to do
Flair,
17.
Right?
Yeah, I want him to do 17.
Flair.
Yeah, I want him to get 17, and I don't care who's champ to do it because I don't think it'll hurt anyone who's champ.
And if he gets 17, that means he'll be above Ric Flair. Yeah, I think I heard Deonne say that.
Do we give it to Randy? You better give me another Randy versus Cena. Like,
he already said that. No, they already talked about that.
It better.
Yeah, they already talked about that. Like him, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre is also.
We got to do the hits, man. We got to do the hits.
But they were saying the rumor was that it was supposedly they said they want Gunther to retire him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they want Gunther to be the one that takes him out, like to say like, "Yo, man, like this match is sacred. It's time for you to go." Like they want him to be the one.
Perfect person to say that.
Yeah, so they want it to be like that. Like, yo, this is gonna be about. And two, he would give us a great match because Gunther's style is not shiny, it's not high flying. Like it will work so well with John Cena's style. Because they'll tell a story in there so perfect. So I hope they do that. I hope he don't wrestle CM Punk ass. I don't.
Why not?
Hey, he said that with such disdain when he said
it. Are you not a CM Punk fan? You've never liked him?
Obviously not.
You don't like his new. I like him really. I like his run here now. Like
here's my question: you call yourself best in the world. What are you best at?
This was years ago, Will.
He's still calling himself that.
I know it's still
like if we're talking about the mic, you are definitely top 10. You're not the best though. You're not better than The Rock.
No, hell no.
You're not better than Triple H.
He kind of got The Rock the first time.
You're not better than Stone Cold.
Sometimes your arms are too short to punch with guys.
And
he told The Rock
one time, as opposed to how many other hits The Rock has.
That is a good bar, though. I give him that. That's a good bar.
Don't get me wrong. That's a great bar. But that's why I say he belonged in top 10. As opposed to everything else. No. You do not have the best match in the world. Like, can you even think of a CM Punk match that go in the top 10 of WWE matches?
Well, he wasn't even main event when he was champion. Cena still closed the show.
Exactly. And even in your matches.
Think about how wild that is, though, what he just said, though.
Yeah, and you're getting pissed, but it's like, bro, you're not the best in the world. You're best at getting your ass kicked and then saying, no matter what, I'm going to get up because I got heart. It's like, but you keep getting your ass kicked. You not beating nobody. And now that you are, it still don't even be that believable. So what are you best at? Are you best at writing Marvel comics? Because we saw what that run was.
Oh, come on, man.
Are you the best at?
This is Will going at. Hey,
I'm just saying. I'm like, are you the best at combat sports? Because I
knew he was going to say that.
Give him another one.
And when you came back as old man, we saw what happened in AEW.
He looks in phenomenal shape, though, now, man. You got to give him some credit. I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan.
He came back and got hurt. The man has wrestled 4 matches since he's been back.
But he stays relevant the entire year when he has the best program probably in wrestling right now.
Hey, you want to know why? Because controversy sells. And
because I was getting ready to ask, is relevance really that important?
It is, because of the fact that the way he left is what made him infamous. Him being able to do that and go shit on everything, yes. Because it was a Stone Cold-esque type of feeling. And I get that. But it's just like, when you tell me you're the best in the world and you want to sit on that, you got to give me some examples. And then just the one biggest thing that irks me about it, what it used to, now it doesn't because he's made his apology. I still do not like when a person takes his ball and goes home. Because what you showed was you think you're bigger than the business. And no one is bigger than the business. I know you didn't like being stepped over. I understand that. But there's some times that you have to eat crow in the business, especially when you know people pay to come see you.
Stone Cold did the same, and he's apologized too. He said he wished he'd never done it.
Yeah.
But Stone Cold was Stone Cold, man. And they had him in a King of the Ring qualifying match against Brock Lesnar. I would have felt a certain type of way too. I wouldn't have left, but we would have figured this shit out before 8 o'clock. We'd have
figured this out. Like, hey, he winning? And he's winning? He beat me?
Yeah, like I'm in the King of Ring tournament for what? I did this how many years ago?
Yeah, and I get it. So I'm just like, it's just
I understand that too.
Yeah, and so like, yo, if you really want to show you the best in the world, give us what everybody wants. Bring your wife back. That's the only reason why we tolerate you. Man. Bring your wife back. Bring back AJ.
When you asked him about CM Punk, my man just went on a 10-minute, 15. He let you know why he don't like this cat.
And don't get me started on Sami Zayn, aka Mick Foley Jr. Don't
look, my God. Okay, time out. I'll tag me in. I want in on that one because Sami Zayn should not have beat Gunther at WrestleMania.
No,
he should. He is so dadgum annoying, and then I don't like babyface Sammy. Heel Sammy was very entertaining. That jackass match might be one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. It had me involved in it, where it's the point I didn't even see where the big hand came from that slapped him silly.
That's right. It slapped the shit out of me.
We were sitting in the stands, and I never even remember seeing nobody put a hand out there. I was so into that match, man. But nobody rolled it out. But Sami Zayn, he's boring. I hate his underdog sort of fight. I feel like it's a disservice that you call him Mick Foley Jr. because I like Mick Foley. I like that the man.
I like Mick too.
Entered the Royal Rumble 4 times under 4 different characters. That was amazing.
That was genius. That was genius. That was genius.
But Sami Zayn is a snooze fest. With the bloodline, great. He could work off somebody. Him by himself is just a snooze fest, man. He shouldn't have beat Braun Breaker that first time.
Bro,
he shouldn't have beat Gunther. He shouldn't be getting a title match. Or if he
that's why I'm just like, why are we back here with Sami Zayn?
They keep trying. I don't know what's the deal.
Yeah, like how we jumped from 14-time champion Randy Orton putting on a tremendous match at the Bash in Berlin.
It was a really good one, and they did the 8K camera on his entrance. That was and then really giving Gunther that win of like, nah, bro, that wasn't no fluke. I'll kick your ass. And then it's like your next opponent is Sami Zayn, who just got dog walked by Braun Breaker. Yeah, and instead of Rufus, if you don't know, Braun Breaker is Rick Steiner's dad. I mean, Rick Steiner's son.
That's Rick Steiner's
and Big
son?
Papa Pumps, that's his uncle.
Really?
And let me tell you something. When I tell you, if the two of them did a DBZ fusion, Braun Breaker is the fusion of
Braun Breaker is that.
Bro, when I tell you, like, yo, watch this man, and I don't care what nobody say. This is the hot take. Braun Breaker has the greatest spear of all time. Deonne.
It's been a while since I watched wrestling, and you already know who I think has the greatest spear of all time.
And who is that?
Goldberg.
Yeah,
and you know why I say that? Because he gives you the same thing as Goldberg. When Braun set up, you like, bro, you don't want to see them get hit with this spear.
I'm gonna see y'all make me want to go watch these new cats. I'm gonna tell you how cold I thought Goldberg was. When he hit somebody, I felt it in my stomach.
Bro, Braun Breaker worse.
Same. I will admit he does the same, but Goldberg gave you some sort of feeling where the whole building shook, man.
Getting it done.
Yeah, and that's
I will shook, and you weren't even there.
Yeah, you know I will say that's the one thing Braun might be missing, but the crowds are coming back like that, so he might get there. Yeah. But when I seen Carmelo Hayes do a springboard off the rope into the ring, and I'm talking about like from the back, not from outside where you jump. Yeah. He like jumped and turned around. Bro, Braun caught him mid-air. And I don't mean like he had enough line. Like this dude will spear you right here. If you're here, this him.
Oh, like the Bruce Lee punch.
Yes, and it still looked like,
damn.
Don't get up. Don't get up.
I'm about to check this cat out.
This man runs at 36 miles an hour.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, played up here at Kennesaw. What was running back, linebacker, somewhere like that. Yeah. And I think he's like a wrestler too, like an actual.
Yes. Roman Greco.
Greco-Roman style. Okay. Yes, bro. The dude is unstoppable. So I would say check out him. Check out Ilya Dragunov. Definitely check out Gunther if you haven't.
Gunther just smacks people.
Okay. Yeah, like this is definitely, if you wanted a time to come back to wrestling, this would be the time.
Well, I'm gonna have to check them out. I mean, y'all put forth a good case because you can ask Deonne, man. It wasn't for me no more, man. I go watch movies. That's what I told Deonne. I go watch movies. I go watch cartoons. I can't do the wrestling no more. Nah,
it had its time where it was like, it's hard to be a fan. It's hard to be a fan right now. But you had people that was holding it up. Shout out to Roman. Shout out to Bray Wyatt. Rest his soul.
Oh yeah, man.
You have folks that were holding it down, but we have now gotten into an era where, bro, we're past the sky's the limit. Like WWE is finna become a staple in everyone's home. Like everyone is going
Netflix
to know
is gonna be
these people.
Is it gonna be Monday? Did they decide whether?
It's still gonna be Monday Night Raw, live Monday on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Fridays is on SmackDown is on USA, and then NXT they're like training thing that they've turned into this mega show, and NXT has the greatest women's roster in the world.
The fact that side note on yours, Will. I know y'all have like offices on you guys hold positions on WrestleWomen's Talk. So I want to be, I don't know how I fill out application, but I want to be mayor of Sol Ruka Beach. So
bro, hey, real shit though, if you want to come get down, come join the team.
Sol Ruka Beach is what I want to be. But on top of that, how do you back to the Vince thing real too? The Netflix deal and this Netflix documentary. It doesn't seem kind of weird that Netflix is going to put this out still with how we were going to put it. Like things have changed in the end game, right? At the end of his story, but like that deal starts in January.
You need it. So that's
okay. I didn't know if there was too much separation.
I was just gonna say this. Simply put, Netflix is about what? Getting eyes on Netflix. So that's going to bring eyes on Netflix, which is going to bring money to Netflix. So, of course.
And he's not connected with WWE anymore. So I guess that might be fine. But
it's the question everybody wants to know. Like, everybody wants to know this about McMahon. Everybody wants to see what is this about. So it's like, yo, let's not only, even for WWE as a deal, let's finally nip this in the bud. So it's like, any questions you want to have, go watch the series on Netflix because that's still promoting Netflix. And we're done. It's out.
You're right.
Yeah, because even they just had a hot dog eating contest that they're a part
of. Joey Chestnut. Yeah, he came back, got his title.
and then Rey Mysterio came out and handed him a title. I was like, what? What's Rey Mysterio here? And then realized, WWE Studios filmed it.
Oh, they did.
They filmed it, yeah. Oh, that's why Brie Bella was there. And she was one of the commentators. I was like, man, wow.
That is just genius, man. Keep all that money in-house, bro.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing, bro. And they making this Netflix deal work for them. So I think it makes sense for them to just finally nip it in the bud. So when these post shows happen, you ain't got to ask no questions with us anymore. Like, we don't have to sit here and tell you, I can't really answer that and stuff. So. Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws is focusing on a new character, and this new character goes by the name of K-Vess. I'm probably saying it wrong because I'm from the South. Don't judge me and don't hit me in the comments like,
all three of us gonna say it just like that because we all
yeah, exactly. I'm from a place where I thought rememorize was a real word. So I don't.
How do you say oil?
Oil. No, hold on.
There it is, Will.
I'm getting all change.
You just said it.
I'm getting all change. Yeah, I'm getting all change.
I'm sorry. How you supposed to say it, sir?
No, I said it the right way. Oil. You have to.
I'm finna get an all change.
Oh, I'm about to go get an all change too.
Yeah, it sounds like all. We're saying all.
Look, that's
like what you look at.
That's how you supposed to say it, not supposed.
So here's the other one I gotta ask. How do you say the city where Mardi Gras is held?
New Orleans. Now, how you gonna say it?
New Orleans, but I like to say Nolans when I feel like it.
That's the one I heard. I heard somebody go, "Oh man, we finna go down and take a trip to New Orleans." I was like,
"No, that's not it. I don't want to go to that place."
I'm like, "What you call? Is that the suburbs of New Orleans? New Orleans? Like, is that?"
It's like I don't want to go to that place. They don't sell real fish.
I feel like they got a lot of plantation houses in that section. I don't want to go over there. I feel like a lot of my ancestors.
Sorry about that, man. My bad.
No. This is what this show was about. But Star Wars Outlaws is now an open world game, is what they've created. So you're able to travel to different planets, really being able to explore the Star Wars galaxy. That's the question I gotta ask. I did want to know this. All of this is in one galaxy, right?
I don't think so. So that's how and I could be wrong. And you got Star Wars nuts out there that could tell you otherwise. I don't think this is all in one galaxy. I think when you're traveling at the speed of light, you're going to another galaxy. When these bounty hunters, when the Mandalorian go out to try to find somebody, when Boba Fett go out to try to find somebody, I think they're going to another galaxy, picking their ass up. Come get them. Let me get them shillings. You know what I'm saying? Or them, whatever what they call them.
I don't know.
Them credits. That's what they call them. Credits. They get them credits. So
I'm trying to go party out there at Coruscant, guys.
Yeah.
Like, what?
But then, like I said, I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know everything about Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to call myself a toe dipper fan. Like,
toe
I
dipper,
be there.
yes.
Yeah, like I be there, but I don't be there.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, like I know some stuff, but if you be like, well, name me the 5 top Sith Lords. Hey, bro, why you shouting at me?
Yeah. Like, yeah, we know enough to be dangerous, right? Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I know just enough to be dangerous with it.
Yeah, be like, I know Yoda had a lot to do with that. I know what a Mandalorian is. They be like, who shot first, Han or Guido? Hey, bro. Hey, dog, why we doing this? Why we doing this?
But you know, it's those real diehard fans out there, man. They will call you out for just the smallest things.
Yeah, that's why the Acolytes ain't getting a season 2.
Man, I hate that. Wow. I hate that. Are we going to talk about it?
No, I mean, like, we gotta stay on topic here. Right? I want to talk about Outlaws.
Look, we'll talk about it after we ask these questions. We'll talk about it after we ask these questions. So I just want to know, as some like, you know, y'all played video games before. As far as the open world aspect goes, like, how do you feel about this now being like Star Wars having an open world? Like, we've seen Batman Arkham Asylum as an open world from all the other games we've had, and we've had so much fun when it comes to those, even stuff like Grand Theft Auto. How excited are you about being able to explore the universe, or we'll call it galaxy, since that's what they say at the beginning, the galaxy of Star Wars?
I was okay. I have looked at this like the last 2 weeks, so just seeing early reviews and then watching trailers and stuff like that, and then it's a little buggy, but the idea of it is pretty dope. I found myself to a point was like, oh crap, a Mandalorian game would be great, but they decided to go in this new direction, new character, sort of give it that sort of retro vibe too. I think it's going to be pretty dope, especially if you can galaxy jump too. The thing that comes to mind is like Mass Effect. So how you can go from planet to planet and galaxy and stuff like that too. So that comes to mind, but that wasn't like an open world sort of deal at times. It was as small as you could, but sort of an open world. But I'm looking forward. I mean, I'm going to play it. I feel like it's going to be on my playlist eventually. I let them get the bugs out too, for it too, because it looks a little bit buggy. But no, I think the concept is great. It's just, I hope they nail the execution, because we've seen now with the Mandalorian how vast the galaxy can be.
Yes.
Yeah. And with that, even, I mean, they act like they get another season, but we sort of see that story too, right? So there's more to tell than just the whole Skywalker story. I know we hear that a lot. Like, hey, do something else. Well, this is something else.
Yes.
Jump in on it. It's just got to be executed well, which I hope it eventually will be.
Yeah. But you're still excited to play it though.
Yeah. I'm down for any open world. Like like, I know we'll get to a little bit, but Red Dead, I'm on my second playthrough of Red Dead 2. So give me that open world. That might be the top tier of open world to a degree, just because you can interact with everything. I don't know if this is going to be the caliber of that, but I mean, it's in the Star Wars lore. I'm down for it, so I'm excited for it. I'm going to give it a shot. Give us a little while to get the bugs out, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Rufus, your thoughts?
I agree with Deonne. Look, I'm always down for something new and fresh. Give me a new character that I can love or hate. Give me a new world that I can explore. like I like the new stuff because Deonne and I we have this discussion all the time, and we haven't had this discussion yet with all the remakes and all this. Oh, so I don't give me something new. And when I first saw the trailer for the game, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go and get this joint because I want to play. I love to explore in games because as you can tell, we go on side missions. I love them. So
never stick to the main game.
Look, give me an
Let's jump in a little bit.
Yeah, give me an open world game. I'm all in for it, man. And then it's a heist game too. Yeah. So we love those. What we talking about? Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, all of them heist games. Let's go steal some shit. Come on.
That's what I'm excited for. And we know that it does take place more in the underworld of Star Wars, but we're gonna get into that a little bit. So even with dealing with like the underworld, I want to know, like what type of like features or mechanics do you hope like Outlaws will introduce or innovate to kind of stand out from like other titles? Like we saw like in Acolytes, as we mentioned previously, the whip lightsaber.
Yeah,
that was the first time we saw that.
That thing was
nasty. That was nasty. When she caught that bug and didn't even look,
didn't even look, dog. And you
I didn't like her at first. I was like,
you didn't see it coming.
Then you're like,
boy, let me tell you. And when I was watching this, and I was like, man, something innovative that they could do that would be super like cool. Other than that whip, man, I was like, what else could they create that could give you that impact? And you sit there and be like, wait, what was that?
So I'll definitely throw one out there. I would love to see a re-innovation of a TIE fighter. Like I get that we have the different versions of them, but I definitely want to see like a different type of TIE fighter that you can like add stuff to, things that may be able to shift into different things of that TIE fighter. So it's like
transform a little bit.
Yeah, just slightly though. So it's like, they had a big wing sticking out of it and stuff like that when they're flying, and kind of like the circular pod, but it's like letting those like come down, adjust so you can increase your speed to be able to go through space. Yeah, so it's like more maneuver, more different maneuvers and stuff like that, or things that it might be able to change into with different weapons.
Well, my thought, and this is like, because this is probably my favorite weapon, is a lightsaber. But I was thinking like, and this might sound crazy, like you can't even call it a dual lightsaber. I guess you could call it a dual lightsaber. Like you pop out one, and then hey, we got two of them. Now let's go. Not like your boy Darth Maul had when he put them joints together. I'm talking about like my man just whipping them joints out and let's get it. But you ain't know that was coming.
Didn't somebody have that?
Has that? Yeah.
And maybe I didn't see that, but I don't remember nobody having that.
Didn't old boy
Acolyte just had it, didn't he?
And then the one
he had one and it broke into two, he had a little baby one.
Oh, you want the full?
Yes.
They did have one. No. Obi-Wan Kenobi. That show had it. The dude that had it and it had the ring and that bitch could spin.
Nope, that ain't the one I'm talking about. That was pretty cool too. That was hella innovative right there.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to just being able to break off.
Right. So like you not knowing it's coming, you charging me, and I'm standing there and I'm like, all right, he don't know it. Bam, I got two of them, your arms gone. Now I put my shit back up. Let's go.
Okay. You just don't want them attached. You want them attached already.
Yeah.
I got you.
So are we talking like gaming mechanic too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
I want to see expand because I love games like this because they force you to make decisions, and whether you can go good, bad. I know like the Dark and the Knights of the Republic ones, you could go light or dark, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how Star Wars could reinvent that without doing some of the similar things, because there's a lot of games that's done it very well so far. I don't know how you add on to that mechanic to make it better. I think if they make it, I need stakes in everything that I do. Like I want to know, like if I press this wrong button, this old lady's gonna die. Like there's that sort of thing. Like that's
you want choice, like choice. You want ramifications to your choices.
It's like you want them up here.
Yeah, I like that's an example of the stakes, right?
Yeah,
but that's what I want to do in this game, and it seems like those mechanics may still be there. a bit because you're doing the whole underworld thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how that translates over to the gangs and stuff who trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that sort of new mechanic of like, okay, let me build trust over with this gang, use the influence for this gang, trick this gang. Like that's this. Those are sort of moving pieces I sort of see or want to do in this game. I think that would be a dope mechanic to have. I already got like the speeder, the bike, and everything there. That looks spent a lot of time on that. They always put. I always say like they always put like a droid or an animal with you. It's okay. it's okay.
So you don't want the little animal, or you don't want the droid?
I mean, we talked about this. Where it was like the droids are like animals for like Disney princesses, right? Like animal companions. Like those are the droids.
You don't want an animal companion?
No, he don't want an animal companion. He don't want to talk to nobody. He just want to go through space by his damn self.
So Deonne,
liabilities, man.
You telling me I pull up with a baby dragon? You not rocking that baby dragon?
I'll take the baby dragon. Deonne don't want it.
That baby dragon gonna be a liability. Watch, and then it's gonna be a cutscene, 80% in the game where it dies, and now what?
Look, it's so negative. Come on, man.
They've set that stuff up for you to get broken, man.
See, you
give it to me.
You picking the wrong ones. You gotta get you a good partner like that. Give me an Ewok. Me and the Ewok, we gonna run this. We gonna run this galaxy together.
Run this galaxy.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
Me and these niggas gonna be pushing weight.
Thank you.
All right. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Ewoks
the selling gonna be. You gotta learn their language though. That's gonna be the difficult part.
No. So George Lucas said that, like, and a lot of other people picked that up. There's pieces in their ears that folks wear to understand everyone. So it'll translate what you're saying. So, like, when we're talking and they're talking to a Wookiee, the Wookiee is hearing it in his language.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
pushing weight. You need to get the Jawas, man.
Like they shifted. I don't like them. Ewoks say too much trouble.
For them?
Yeah, Jab. I don't want to mess with them because then they gonna be like, I owe them something. I'm like, I owe you nothing. Like, man, I can talk to an Ewok. I can settle a dispute with an Ewok.
Okay,
Jabba, fuck no. Like, But speaking of Jabbas, that gives us going into this last question before we move on. That also kind of has to do with acolytes. Now, this is, like we said, it's taking place in the criminal underworld, and I kind of feel like, as opposed to this game, like I've talked about this before, the Book of Boba Fett was kind of our first glimpse into more of the criminal world of Star Wars, and it wasn't met very well. People really didn't like it or anything like that. Me, if you've watched the show, I've said that was the power of Star Wars. Like the show power. Like Boba Fett was Ghost. Like this man was selling weight. This man was selling spices.
Yeah, he was.
This man was taking over a territory. I'm like, bro, this is fire. And it was just
him and the old girl.
Yeah, killing it. That's Angela. Because we know his wife ain't shit in power. So that gotta be Angela. All right.
Oh wow.
So I just want to know from y'all though, like with knowing like how what's happened with acolytes, what happened with Book of Boba Fett, where you start to kind of dive into these different things like we talk about. Do you think Star Wars Outlaws might fall under that same scrutiny? Because like when we seem to target these areas, it's met with such resistance from the fans.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
I think it's going to be met with scrutiny regardless, because it's and I'm saying this with all the respect on this planet coming from my heart and my soul. It's a lot of dudes out here that just don't like to see women in the forefront, and that's just the honest truth. And we got this young lady. She's going to be the lead in this new video game, just like on the Acolytes. And a lot of people don't appreciate that. Which I don't get it. Like, dude, it can't just be men in the universe. I mean, they can't be the only ones being heroes. They can't be the only ones doing everything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
hate that, and I hate that I have to say that. But it's gonna be met with scrutiny regardless, man.
No, you're right.
What I want people to just go into things with open mind, play the game, man. Let me know how the game is. I don't care about the rest of that.
Yeah, that's the main thing for me. You give me a game with a good story, I'm there all day, because that's what I've sort of gravitated to now, because it's another form of entertainment, right? Yeah. Like I want to get taken on a journey with it. But you said it, Rufus, the diversity sort of part of it. Like people will sort of, they've misused the word woke and everything, but they'll bring that up and say, well, this is a person of color, woman, and she's our main protagonist. Antagonist, maybe if you take her the other way, I don't know. But she's that main character, and this is another this isn't something. I don't think we'll see a lightsaber in this entire game. Like that's just my thought. I'd be surprised if we do see one. Yeah. Just because it's like that underbelly of the galaxy sort of thing.
Underworld,
so that's gonna be fun to do. I know Will brought up Book of Boba Fett with it was met with scrutiny because of like the retro fitted bikes or whatever and some other stuff, and
they in the projects. Like what you expect?
Wasn't received well.
It was in the hood. But they was on Tatooine slanging. Like what y'all want? But you're not gonna see no Bentley Speedsters out there. What the fuck y'all want? My bad. Go ahead, Deonne.
But this is no. But no, this is the change of like what we need with Star Wars a bit. You know, like yes, I know like the anchor characters are the Skywalkers. I get it. We're solid, but there's so much more out there that we can sort of explore. And I hope this game does it. Obviously, it'll have callbacks because I think from what I read earlier, it takes place like right after the first Death Star explodes or something like that. So we're in that time period. So if we go from there, there might be some tie-in characters here and there for it. But man, I'm looking forward to it. But just give me a good story, good gameplay. That's the biggest thing I'm looking for. I'm not gonna get on here and be like, oh man, this game stinks or anything. Like there's gonna be something to pull out of it. But yeah, I don't want to see a lightsaber now, so I think about it. I said that out loud for the first time. I'm like, yeah, maybe this is a good place not to have it.
Yep. And even to like those Star Wars fans, I know Doc was trying to be respectful. I'm gonna say this with the utmost disrespect. Y'all need to sharpen some pencils and fall on them. Cause I'm gonna be honest, but this what you didn't like, because we talking about acolytes now. You know what y'all didn't like? Y'all don't like the fact that they showed Jedis ain't shit. And Jedis are a real fucking problem.
And that too.
And y'all were mad about that. And that's why everybody keep telling y'all, yo, get off these dudes. Like, I don't want to see these people. These people are not good people. Like, at all.
I said so many times, because we did another review show with another channel, I was like, Soul might be the worst ever.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, he might be the worst.
And he just said the worst human. He didn't say the worst Jedi. He said the worst human ever.
No. We know who the worst. We know who the worst Jedi is. Yoda. Yoda is the ultimate fuckboy of Jedis. This man be letting all this bullshit happen and be like, retreat into reclusion. Like, you gonna have us do all this bullshit? You don't get him?
Yeah,
go back to the swamps to figure out things.
Yeah. I will.
Because you put them like on this high pedestal of them being like the be all end all, like the good, right? Yeah. But then if you do dissect those movies, you're like, man.
So it sounds like y'all want to come to the dark side with your boy. That's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was watching Acolytes,
that's what it sounds like to me, bro.
I'm just saying, y'all got a better wardrobe. I'm tired of wearing these dusty ass robes.
You like these colors, don't you? What it say? Get these hands. Come on. Yep.
I know people was mad at Anakin, for killing all them younglings, but that was just the equivalent of fuck them kids.
Oh God, Will.
As Jedis, why did you have it prepared for that?
Hey, he ain't lying. Hey, that's real shit though. Hey, that's real.
Y'all, you talking about they force sensitive? You should have had these niggas be able to go force hide and seek somewhere rather than just sitting there. You saw them when that happened. They were like,
yeah, they were just taking it.
Yeah, that little kid jumped too.
Yeah,
what are you doing with that red lightsaber?
Oh, you gonna find out? Just sit there and find out.
They were sitting there acting like Little Red Riding Hood. Like
they not all just force choked him together.
They could have tried, but the force is so strong within Anakin.
Bro, there's like 40 of them in that room.
They can't fuck with that.
And
man
they all sitting there like, why are you pulling out that red lightsaber?
Right.
Why are your eyes that color?
Right.
Why are you lifting up the lightsaber like?
Hey, are you bringing it down on me? That's what they were thinking.
And this is why I knew that I ain't fuck with Jedis. But it was very accurate because you didn't see no black kids there because all of them would have ran off. All of them, as soon as he walked in, like, I don't like his energy. I'm out.
Thank you.
I
ain't feeling none of that.
Yeah, but it's just that's what it is though. Like y'all are getting exposed to what y'all keep wanting to happen. That's why them last Star Wars films wasn't really shit. Like y'all had the opportunity to do stuff, but instead, we're gonna bring back Luke Skywalker, who's old and decrepit, and now we're gonna end that and then start a new Jedi line. And by the way, Princess Leia can breathe in space now because she's a Jedi. It's like,
and that's the thing. Like I hate the fact that when they do that stuff, they bring your heroes back. This might be for every other thing. They bring our heroes back, and it's the worst of them. Yeah, like we've seen we saw their growth in being like the best. I want to keep it there. I don't want to see Luke, by himself. That was pointless, man.
Yeah,
it was just so pointless. Like, let him do whatever. Let him make a new set of Jedi. I don't care, but I don't want to see him on his last leg and he just F the world sort of thing, man. Yeah. Like, look, your story essentially is what he said.
That only word.
Yeah,
he legitimately.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this clear. The only time that worked is with Logan. Okay, that's when that made sense. He's had a hard life. It went out hard as well, and that's what we liked about it.
But there was nothing redeemable about anybody. It was Han Solo.
Yeah, we killing Han Solo, and the one person we want to see be a Jedi, you didn't make a Jedi.
Right.
You gave us all these hints and clues. Like, how you give me blue balls to a Jedi? What kind of shit is this?
Are we talking Finn?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man, you're right.
That
was the greatest bait and switch of all time, man.
A lot of sense.
That was the greatest bait and switch of all time.
Perspective like that make a lot of sense. But a whole slew of Star Wars fans will be like, no, you can't hate the Jedi.
Jedi are whack as shit.
But think about that story. That story for a second with Finn would have been a really, really good story. A former stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Now can we stop right there? When the last time you seen a stormtrooper take his helmet off?
Never.
Not since
never.
Episode 2? Because they all supposed to look. They all supposed to look like
they all clones. Yeah, they all look like Boba Fett.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, I was like, can we stop there? This dude just broke 20 to 25 years of history. We just saw what a stormtrooper looked like. I'm like, can we stop that? And he's force sensitive, and it's like, oh yeah, but this supposed to be about the Daisy girl. I don't give a fuck about that little girl. Go back to him. Go back to him.
Dude, that was the greatest bait and switch ever. I would continue to say it. That was the greatest. Like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, and it's just
like the way my man took that helmet out, like, no, I don't want no parts of this shit. I'm out.
Yeah,
that's how Finn took that helmet off.
And then I don't even know like the Sith dude name no more. Your name Ben. I'm like, you keep getting called Ben. Don't do this. I'm like, what kind of family affair shit is going? Hey man,
what Kylo Ren? Yeah.
I was like, your name is Ben because they keep calling you Ben.
Yeah, man.
I've been done with your ass. Like, I'm tired of seeing you. I'm so pissed off at my dad. Your dad here. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and then they brought Palpatine back.
Yep, they sure
did. It was a
lot. It was a lot going on.
Well, here's the thing. There were two different directors. You had J.J. Abrams the first time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't remember who did the second one, and then they brought J.J. back in to try to fix it.
Yep.
And then you missed out on who was the evil dude in the last three, the big sluggish looking dude, that big head and shit that was sitting there that Andrew Serkis talked about. Yeah. Snoke.
Yeah.
How you missed one of the biggest things you could have tied in. And this was we're gonna move on after this because I'm gonna get pissed at this. I'm gonna fucking tell y'all something. If y'all don't put some respect on Starkiller name and put this man in some live action
shit. My God, yes.
That was The Apprentice is one of your greatest stories that you have put out in the Star Wars lore that did not have to involve any of your main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that not? Why has that not been put into like damn? You got Disney Plus now, and that what's the dude name? I can't remember his name. He's the voice of like Darth Maul too. In
he said it. I'm want to do. He was like, I want to do it. He said it several times. Like, yo, I'm just waiting for the call. I'm here to do, and still looks the same.
So, Will, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Deonne. What's stopping you from writing the script?
Who said I hadn't?
Okay, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, who said I hadn't?
Don't say
when we get off here, I might show you the vault. I might show you the vault real quick. You know, just a little glimpse of the vault and what I'll be working on. Okay. But that one, like Snoke could have been Star Killer. Like when he fully goes over and Palpatine fucks him up and he becomes Star Killer. Like that could have been Star Killer. Like finally, like taking off his stuff. Like now self-aware, kind of like Finn. And that's the new villain. And now it's like, oh, that's what we getting into.
And just the idea of Vader having an apprentice or a secret apprentice is such a dope story.
Such a dope story, bro.
And then y'all like, nah, we not gonna do that.
Yeah,
we're gonna give him another one called Ahsoka. We're not even gonna let her get fully trained though either.
No.
I feel like Marvel should take over. Marvel would have gave us that.
Hey man, we want Marvel to take over everything. Hey Marvel,
go why the hell not? Right.
They gave it Feige, man. Come get this shit.
Come get this. Like, come get all of it, man.
Come get all this, man.
Star Killer about 10 years ago.
Everybody with Disney, let my man direct everything. Let him do everything,
man. And John Favreau, like it's not just keep him. Just keep John Favreau. So the next thing we're about to get into is called Play, Download, and Delete. Now, if you are familiar with F, Marry, Kill, it is in the same kind of context. Play, download, and delete is a simple game. I'm going to give you 3 topics, or it could be movie, could be video game, anything. But today it's going to be video games. You're going to pick which one you would play, which one you're going to go, you know, I like it, but I'm going to put this in my download queue for later. Kind of like how Deonne, mentioned about Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
And one that you're just going to be like, I'm deleting this forever. With all of its content.
Yeah.
None of this. I'm Thanos snapping. This. With no hesitation. It's out of here. So here are our choices today. You have The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Who would like to go first in this madness?
Oh, you going? Okay. Go ahead.
I take it. Throw Zelda in the deepest hole of hell. Out of there. Get gone. Get out of here. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption all day. Come on, let's go get something. And I download Grand Theft Auto. I might play it because man, San Andreas was the coldest Grand Theft Auto to your boy. So that's my order right there. Playing Red Dead, Grand Theft gonna get downloaded, and Zelda, I might light that mother on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Throw it in the whole deepest in here. Wow. Who, brother? You know them Zelda? That means you're deleting all of Zelda. So
all of them.
Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time.
And look, take that little blonde kid and go somewhere. Go get out of here. Get out of here.
He said that blonde kid go somewhere. All right, Deonne.
Okay.
What is your choice?
I'm gonna play Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm on my second playthrough of that right now. I am going to download and pull it out of the depths of hell and get Zelda at number 2. And then number 3 is gonna be Grand Theft Auto for me. I'm gonna delete.
Grand Theft Auto. My heart too when you said right there. That hurt your heart.
May I make my case?
Did you see the way my man gasped?
May I make my case?
Like you know that means San Andreas is gone too.
Well, no, wait. You're saying these specific games, right?
No, I said when you delete, you are Thanos.
I thought we were deleting the
universe.
I'm out. All right.
Wait
a minute.
Hold
on. Bring this back. Hold on.
Audible. All right. I'm throwing Zelda back down in the deepest pool of hell and bring it back. And bring it back to Auto.
I told you, tell the blood kid to kick rocks, man. Get him up out of here, bro.
Yeah, because I didn't hear that part. I was paying attention to that part. So yeah, so that's the same. It's the same order as Doc, because our Red Dead Redemption 2, Arthur Morgan might be one of the greatest characters of all time. Damn, I wanted to give Link that because this Breath of the Wild was pretty dope for its time, man. It was if you could jump on it or climb it, you could do anything in that game. It felt like, but Grand Theft Auto, if I'm snapping it completely, and if you take away CJ and the Grove, man, I can't do that.
I got to learn how to fly. I got to blow up everything. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bro.
I'm still like, y'all can make San Andreas to like Grand Theft 5 graphics and standard. Man, I'll buy that bitch.
Out of all the Grand Theft Autos, that's the only one I want to be a movie, bro.
Yep. You ain't even got to change the story. For the movie or the new video game. It can be the exact same, and I'm finna play that shit.
Exactly.
I wonder why they haven't made a remake, because have they made any remakes?
No, they've done some, but it's just like it was like a new type of edition where
that's what came out. Yeah,
the definitive edition is what they called it, and all it really was, you could play it better on PlayStation 4 or 5, but they didn't really update the graphics fully. Like CJ hands still look like this; it just wasn't
a man still
edged out. Yeah, like it was still that, and I'm just like. Because I took Grand Theft Auto 4 graphics for San Andreas. I'm like,
oh yeah, we ain't picky.
No,
we ain't picky.
Hey, we not at all.
Yeah, but so for mine, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. I got a whole group called the Fleet. So on GP, I can't just be like, yo, this gotta go first. Now brace yourselves.
Nope.
Okay. Hold on. Let me hold on to the table. He finna say something crazy. I'm holding on. What's happening?
I'm a download.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I'm a download Zelda.
No,
because I still don't have respect for him because you don't even have the name of your game as the title. They don't even have your name in here. This is somebody else. Your name is Link, and they keep putting Zelda up here, who is the princess. Like she don't even be in the shit like that. But Breath of the Wild is amazing.
It was.
Here's why I'm deleting Red Dead, and it's for the most pettiest reason. I'm so sick of this shit being 3,000 gigs to put on my damn PlayStation, and I can't never get it on there. Every fucking time, I'll be like, I'm gonna finally play this Red Dead and see what's up. You're gonna need 3,000 gigabytes worth of space so you can put this game on. You just delete the whole operating system.
So let me understand this.
I deleted NBA 2K. I mean,
you're gonna throw away Red Dead simply because you have not played it yet?
I'm throwing that shit under hell. Now I'm not even in the hole.
It's a massive game and a massive download.
It
truly is.
That massive download can sit in Tartarus for all I care. I'm so pissed at that shit.
Oh man,
you gonna make me buy an external hard drive just to play you?
Go on, get it though. What? It's worth it.
I am. It ain't like I'm not gonna not play it. It's on my PlayStation right now that just say can't download because you ain't got no space. I'm like, man, you see, shit. I have a love-hate relationship with this stupid fucking game.
Well, just delete all the other ones. You bought them. You can download them again.
Listen, I'm still playing stuff though. I can't delete Grand Theft Auto. I can't delete WWE 2K.
I'm just gonna say, if you love storytelling, bro, and cowboy shit, no, you got to play this.
I'm not denying none of that. What I'm denying is that I'm being denied because I don't have enough space on my shit.
Hey man, that was the greatest review for Red Dead Redemption ever. What you like?
If you love cowboys and cowboy shit, that's what you said, right?
Basically, I said if you love a good story and cowboy shit, you got to play this motherfucker.
That should have been on the back of the PlayStation game. When you turn around, if you like cowboy shit, this is your game. How much is this? $79. I'll pay for it. Just let me
get this.
You got the special edition.
I caught it at a deal, man. I think I paid like PlayStation has a gang of deals every month. It feels like. So I think I got this for like 27 or something like that. It was cheap at one point.
It's on PlayStation Plus, so they'll let you get it for free.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
What they don't do is give you free space for you to be able to have this game and play it. Now I know the story is probably phenomenal. I've seen some of the videos. It looks tremendous, which pisses me off even more because how you gonna have the audacity to make me clear everything? That shit made me. How do you clear settings? I don't even know how you do that. But I had to take them off if I was gonna fit this game on here. I bought a whole PlayStation that cannot fit this game.
Oh god, it's a huge game, man. I ain't gonna lie. It is a huge download.
This shit is 7 million terabytes for me to just be able to play. And I can't never play it.
It's like Deonne said, it's a massive game. And quiet as kept. I wanted Deonne to play that joint when I was over there drinking. He would not put it. He would not put that motherfucker in
because y'all wouldn't have got shit done.
You probably right. You probably 100% right. We probably wouldn't have got nothing done.
You wouldn't have got a damn thing done. You'd have been just sitting there, just.
Yep.
Ain't we supposed to be going somewhere?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. Grand Theft is completely gone, but I lose out on Breath.
See, I see why you say you lose out on Breath. I get it. I'm not the biggest Zelda fan, and I wouldn't.
Me neither. But that game,
Breath of the Wild,
you must have really liked that game,
bro. Because it's open world, and there's so much that you can do. Like if it got to the point where it was like, yo, if you want to go beat the boss with a stick at the very beginning and beat the whole game, you're welcome to go do that. This is how much they knew we were gonna play this game. It was like, no, I'm betting you. You can go do that if you want. You're still gonna come back and play this full game.
Yeah, if you can imagine it, you can probably pull it off on that. That's how it felt when you played it. Oh, I can
so many different places. Yep, like so many different. Yep, you got different elements of Earth, like the desert, rainforest, the mountains, and the mountains.
That glider down too, man. Yeah,
bro. That's why I was like, yo.
So that's why you say you download that joint, huh? That's why.
Yeah. I downloaded for a rainy day, and as soon as Red Dead Redemption,
look, I'm gonna throw some gas and the firecracker down there.
I'm not throwing gas on the game. I'm throwing gas on the space that the game takes. Okay. So I'm throwing gas on Rockstar, which is ironic. Yeah, be like, make this game smaller, damn it. Be like, why they don't come out there? Be like, so y'all gonna come out with smaller PlayStations, but you don't find a way to make smaller game sizes? You can take some shit away from me. Like, you now got 30% of the side quests now if you download the one that's now able to fit on your PlayStation. I'll take that.
30%, boy. There's a lot of side quests.
I was gonna say that's a lot of side quests, bro.
Make them DLCs so that I can have it. And then take it off. Add another one. Take it off. Then add another one. Give me that. But this shit being 2 million gigabytes is ridiculous.
Hey, you're not lying.
But all right, so we're gonna move into the last topic of today, man. And again, it's always funny how these things work out with creating these new formats and stuff because I have two of the biggest Batman fans here, and we're talking about Batman.
Oh, you used that one,
not that guy.
Yes,
that guy.
Yes.
Hey man, why you ain't put Ben up there, or at least Michael?
Because the topic is in regards to this Batman's universe.
I know.
Okay. But the fact that you said Ben, this is why we're friends. Because for me, Ben is the greatest Batman of all time. Man, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
He is really good. This guy down here is going to disagree.
But Michael Keaton is the guy I first saw.
Because that's who we all grew up with. We grew up with Michael.
You know,
I get Affleck.
He was a great Batman, bro. He was great.
Here's the only reason why I gotta say I can't give it to Keaton, man. Keaton was a great Bruce Wayne. Like that was the most
Batman.
Nah, this is why I can't get down with Batman.
The bat turn. Don't do that. Okay, let me defend the bat turn. Stop it. Stop it.
My man. Wait a minute.
Okay, he couldn't turn his head. We get it.
Hey, there go the Joker.
Oh, but I'm saying But here, Will got a point. The man got 192 IQ, and he couldn't figure that part out of the suit.
No.
And then he ripped it.
Yeah, he did.
Y'all gonna have to stop this.
He did though.
He gave us one of the most iconic images from that first movie. The Batmobile goes through Ace Chemical, blows it up. He comes back on the outside, and the Joker spotlight hit. And he does this turn and bends his body up like that, and that cape flaps.
That was dope.
Put that on my wall right here.
That was dope.
That was dope. But you want to know what ruined it? When he do that and that spotlight hit.
Oh my God!
I was like, "What the fuck? Why? Who put the light right here when he did
God!
And then it was so perfect. Like they only lit his eyes at times too, man. Like you just see his.
Now the direction was great. It was Tim Burton. The direction was absolutely marvelous. Come on now.
It's like it's like the first PlayStation. It was great for its time.
Yeah, it was.
It was. You cannot go back and play anything on that.
No.
And you want to know what? The Flash movie proved that. Because that Batman was not great. That was another one of those, like, you shouldn't have suited up, sir. You should.
Okay, so I appreciate that movie for two things. That Ben Affleck scene at the beginning, where I was like, this is the Batman we could have got. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the animated series Batman or cartoon Batman I could have got. Flapping cape and everything.
Yep.
And then I'm like, okay, we didn't have the technology in 1989. This is how Michael Keaton would have been. So that's what I took away from it. All of his scenes as Batman were great, but everything else was just to come back and kill him. Like, get the
here's where we're also missing. Michael Keaton is 5'6", so that also is a monkey wrench in that because Batman is 6'4".
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How tall was Christian Bale?
First of all, I don't fuck with Christian Bale. Where is he? Where did he go?
Is your throat hurting just from doing that little bit?
Yeah, and it's like
16 hours a day.
And I know this dude is not tall, so it's like you ask me where is he, and you right at my chest. Like I don't know
where the drugs going.
Yeah, I don't know where the drugs are going.
Hey, look how you looking down at him. I don't know.
I don't know where they are.
No, I swear. Swear to me.
Yo, I'm not. First of all, I'm not gonna swear to you when I'm looking down at you like this.
Right.
Can you go untie my friends, please?
Tom Hardy's not a tall guy either.
But I will always say I didn't want Tom Hardy to play your man Bane because
we can go.
I said I told you go get old boy from Troy, that fucking giant that Brad Pitt had to fight out the gate and let him play Bane. That's what I said. But I understood. Bane got to wear a mask any damn way.
No. I understood what they were doing with it though, like and the kind of trying to like change the game of like comic books, making it more realistic. Too. I understood it because even I had said we had a conversation about this, and it was like being able to be in that type of realm and being able to kind of like how you would make that more realistic. Because I even said like with someone like Clayface, like I wouldn't necessarily ever have Clayface show his true form, but what it is he has a condition to where he can mold his face and his body into other stuff. So you'll see him
really good.
Start to do this stuff, like how you'll see people make shit and you'll see it start to shift to where it'll be like he'll push his lips in to make them a little thinner and stuff like that. Like I got what it was.
Yeah, because that's a character I've been waiting to see. But that Batman, Christian Bale's Batman, real world Batman, I'm tired of it. I think that's why I was done with Robert Pattinson. Well, not done with it, but I didn't enjoy it that much.
Robert Pattinson.
I seen it already, man. Yeah. You just gave me Ben Affleck killing people. He did kill people.
No, he did. He did. Yeah,
story for another day. But destroy people in this warehouse. And jump through that window with this, like that's the shit I wanted to see from Batman. Finally, a gray suit. Let's do something different. Don't give me real world Batman again, man. That's a bore.
I rode with him on one scene and one scene alone. I don't care if people say, "Well, you can't count him as best because he ain't got his own movie." It don't matter. When they started Justice League and this motherfucker was hanging off this shit right here, and that dude looked up and saw him, man, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I was like, that's terrifying. Batman. Yep. That's Batman. And he jumped up and went into the hole in the center. I was like,
Yep.
Hey, y'all gonna go chase him?
Not
I'd have went home.
Not getting a Ben Affleck Batman is the greatest miss ever.
I'd have been just like that.
No, I quit. I wouldn't even put my gun out. If I'd have known he was in that, I ain't going in there.
But like, we gotta go get him. We gotta go get him. This nigga's hanging from the ceiling.
Y'all can have that. I don't want no parts of that.
Y'all got it.
Every scene he was in as Batman, he killed, man.
Even as Bruce, he killed it, man. Like,
he looks like the animated. He looked like Kevin Conroy's animated Batman. Like that's what he looked like.
Yeah, that's why I said, man. Like Keaton is a number 2 for me, but like, very big missed opportunity. But we are talking about Matt Reeves' Batman, even if a lot of people have they have their things about it. But we're talking about it because we know the Penguin series is coming out this month on HBO Max or Max, however they call it. Don't know what it currently is, but whatever. It also has been bumped up to from 2 weeks now, so I believe it's now coming out September 19th. So we're actually getting the Penguin series a little bit earlier. But we also have found out, though, that the Batman will not be appearing in the Penguin spinoff. But the Penguin spinoff is in direct correlation moving into the Batman Part 2. So you will need to watch the series in order to understand the sequel that is going to come out in theaters, I believe, in 2026. So I want to ask y'all, especially as Batman fans, do you think Batman's absence from the Penguin spinoff will allow the show to explore Oswald Cobblepot's, or Oz as they call him, character a little bit more deeply, or does it risk losing the core essence of a Gotham-based story?
It's going to be tough because the thing that comes to mind, I do like. Did anybody watch Gotham by any chance?
Loved it.
Okay. Before they went off the rails with some stuff towards the end, I enjoyed it. Right, young villains until they get to their final form by the time he becomes Batman. Mm-hmm. I like that idea. I think this idea can work because the Penguin from that movie was one of the best things pulled from that movie. Mm-hmm. So to see his ascend through the criminal world, I suppose, I think that might be the gist of his story to go into Batman 2. I think it'd be pretty dope to see. If Batman's absence is there, it's going to be felt. When I saw the question, I was like, well, that's like Spider-Man with not being in Venom. Like, that's what I thought. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, he's seen Batman before. We've established that. I think you can do enough underworld Gotham stuff that you can get by without seeing Batman. I think there'll be allusions to him or little hints towards him.
Yeah,
but
or mentions and stuff.
Yeah, that's what you'll get the most of, right? Just to make sure it keeps it tight. And maybe that last episode, there's like another hint, like a Joker. Here's a Joker card from like the Batman Begins. So I think it can work. I mean, I think this is a big project for Max too, seeing how it's tying directly into another movie. Mm-hmm. This is the first time they've done that, right? This is their first Disney Plus attempt, right? Like.
Yeah. Peacemaker was more of like a run through. Yeah, but it didn't directly correlate with another movie that's coming out. This is the first one. Like, you have to watch this in order for you to know the next setups of what's going on.
So being out there, I think it'll be fine. I think you'll get those hints, you'll get those clues for Batman. But yeah, most of it's just going to be tied to his underworld activities with the Penguin and trying to stay off the radar of Batman. I think that might be it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think for myself, one thing comes to mind with like another show, not comparing them at all, but it's just of what it means. I think a lot of people tend to forget that Gotham is also a character in this story. Like the entire atmosphere of Gotham, just like how and I know we I don't know if I'm gonna blow y'all minds about this, but it blew my mind when I realized we have been saying this shit wrong the whole time. And I'm gonna ask it first. Do you remember the show that had Sarah Jessica Parker and them other white women that was having sex all the time?
Sex and the City.
What'd you call it?
Sex and the City.
Sex and the City, right?
Yes.
Or
you know that people think it's
sex in the city.
In the city, yeah. It's sex and the city.
Yes.
And most people don't know that. They was just like, no, yes, it's sex.
Because they were just like, they having sex in the city. That's wrong. That's wrong.
100% wrong. But just like in that show, the city of New York was a character.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same thing here that we see in Gotham. There's so much potential with not just the underworld, but like the higher echelon, like the Court of Owls. Yeah. Like you don't need Batman to tell the Court of Owls story. No. Even from like middle and stuff like that, which they never show. And I would like to see that. What is it like to be in middle class in Gotham? Like,
well,
are you in danger too?
Look, I was gonna say just like anywhere else. Don't nobody really pay attention to the middle class. It's just the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
So you can, and I mean, Bruce stays outside of Gotham, man. Like he don't even stay in city limits.
Yeah, that's true.
This man be coming in there banging and then leave. Like what? Like yeah, nigga, this back street cuz and I'm out. Like
and gone.
Don't you say the Palisades? You don't even live here.
You know, it ain't nowhere.
Like, hey, don't worry about my commute time, nigga. I'm here. I'm here. So I will ask. We'll skip the other question as far as just like handling the underworld with Batman because we can see that we think that we it's very clear that Batman is not needed for this show. Like we have the Falcons, we have Oz's story, we have so much stuff that we'll get to learn about a lot of the rogue gallery that we love because that's what really makes up Batman's story so well is how much depth these characters that are villains.
You got to have those criminals before you can get the savior, man.
Yeah.
You know, Gotham got to go to complete shit before Batman become Batman.
So, real quick question for you. How do you feel like does Joker have to be tied into everything?
No, and I will be honest.
Best rogue gallery ever, next to Spider-Man.
I don't think he does, and I don't think Joker should have been shown at the end of the Batman movie.
Same.
I don't think it was necessary. I really believe that this should have been one of those times where you give these other rogues that are great, but you don't really let them shine like that a chance. Like seeing Riddler in such a new light, like I have so much respect for Edward Nygma now.
Yeah.
And then read like some of the comics that he has now. Like I have a totally new respect for him rather than just being the guy with the question mark cane. Yeah. And the hat looking like it's just, okay, we just waiting for you to get your ass whooped when Batman get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Like this dude had me worried about Batman. Like, hey, bro, you better not mess with him. This man put a rat in a cage and let the dude face get ate off by a rat. I wouldn't mess with him. But it's like you had another chance to do that with like Mr. Freeze or even like a Pamela Isley, and then seeing her transition.
And can I say they really dropped the ball on Mr. Freeze, bro. Like his story is so compelling for why he became what he became. You know,
we got it from the animated series. So
and I actually have a good concept for that if they'd have done that for part 2. And what I wanted it to be was because all the stuff was flooding and they couldn't build the stuff up again, they brought in Mr. Freeze to be able to conduct an experiment that allows water to turn into ice to give them a chance to be able to clear out some of the stuff and do these things. Yeah, and so they hire him to be able to do that. And I actually wanted Nora to be alive, like not frozen just yet. Yeah, I wanted them to be together. And I also had cast Giancarlo as Mr. Freeze and to play Victor. Ooh. And what happens is And then so what happens is you low key like in order to do that he comes up with this thing of learning how to be able to change the tides of the water by changing the density in the weather. And so then that's what happens is this dude kind of gets fucked up and then decides that he's going to change it and he freezes all of Gotham. So like you start, and that's when you start. And then the one scene I had was like you start to see the Iceberg Lounge sign start having ice trickle all over it and start to see it grow. And then it becomes this whole winter haven of Gotham. But the downfall to that's when Nora's disease kicks in because it's his fault. And then in the fight to try to save her, that's when he has the accident.
This would have made me see the second movie because it seems like you liked the first movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, unfortunately.
I liked it you know what it did, but it found a perfect balance of it. It's a great detective movie.
It was,
but you made it the elements with Batman. So you could have made the story without it being Batman.
You could.
But what's funny to me is Deonne been asking for a Batman detective story, but he did not like this.
I saw Ben Affleck crash through a window for people.
Okay? And then here's the thing, and this is what I'll give to Deonne. I think, and just correct me if I'm wrong, everything else was correct, but the type of Batman they had in it didn't match. I'm not shitting on Robert Pattinson as Batman because he does a great year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for what they built with this Gotham to Oz for Falcone and everyone, it's like, yo, I wanted a more mature Batman. I wanted a more seasoned Dark Knight.
Because I mean, Batman Begins, we got that early version, right? Like, I get it. We've seen that. This one wasn't particularly an origin story. But at the same time, you're like, man, okay, it's young Batman. We're figuring this thing out. But I got the grizzled veteran in Ben Affleck that was like, okay, he's seen some shit. He's been through some shit. He's experienced and knows what to, like, that's what I finally wanted to see. And then they just snatch it away from me. So I have to go watch like supercuts of all Ben Affleck's moments to put in a movie. Make my own movie.
Right. But that's where they messed it up because you gave us all those elements. And I think where you really shit the bed in doing that was when you introduced Joker because you made it seem like he knows him already.
Here we go.
And so it's
that's what I said.
It's like, so you know him, you're not traumatized enough then. If you know this dude like that, you don't seem traumatized because Joker tortures your ass. So there's no way this could have been your first year and you came out the way you came out. There's no way. This don't add up. Then that means that Joker ain't shit. And then that's bad because your Joker can't be shit.
Well, you already know that they always try to give the people what they want. And
I want that.
Sometimes all the people want to see is Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Will just gave a fantastic
we don't want to see
reason.
That. But here's the thing. Hold on. What I just said. We don't want to see that.
Years.
But we talking about the average person who's say the only thing they know about Batman is Joker and Batman. They want to see the Joker because they've never seen that. You see what I'm saying? But we know so much about Batman. We want the different stories. We
give me hints though. So give me hints though. Don't sit here and have me where Joker's already in Arkham and we're doing this. It's like, no, like give me one, like, you know where they could have perfectly did this. Batman comes in to go see Riddler. As he's walking in and being signed in, because clearly they fuck with him because his mom owns it or whatever. We're not gonna get into that. But as he's passing by, he could have been passing by Dr. Harley Quinzel. And then her saying, okay, well, let me go ahead and get my next session ready. You know, this guy is quite the clown.
Which is why I like the Cape Crusader.
Yes. So my God. Such a good show.
Yeah.
So my
It came and went though, man. Like
it
was so just dropped like here, 10. And then left. And then just back out.
Do with this what you will, and it was like out of there. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know it was a series. That's how I was like, they didn't promote this right. I knew like Cape Crusader was coming out. I was like, oh, this must be another one of their DC animated films. They was like, no, this is a show.
Yeah, this is a show.
And then I watched the first episode. I was like, this Batman animated series vibes right here.
Felt like it, yeah.
And then it was like, oh, they all out.
Yeah.
That's what we thought. We were like, wait a minute.
So we weak. So we can. I was like, okay. See, I was like, this is what I don't like about Prime. Prime don't be making no sense with how they drop shit at all.
Well, they put out all 3 episodes of Rings of Power.
Of the Rings of Power, and then we're gonna get one tonight.
Yeah, but they do that with the boys. Like you get the first 3 episodes,
yep.
Then you'll get 2, then you'll get the rest in 1. But you gonna give some bullshit like Invincible. You gonna give me 4 episodes.
I know, right?
Make me wait 7 months
to
watch 4 more that had a shitty ass ending.
Yep, sure did.
I'm like, let me tell you something, Invincible. Your story ain't that fire for you to be pulling bullshit like that.
No, it's really not.
A lot of y'all
was delayed.
It's really not.
Why?
It was literally what they actually made fun of it in the show. Animation takes so long, and
they
due to
did,
the writer,
didn't they?
Yeah, and due to the writer's strike and all that other stuff, that implied with animators, so they had to wait to do that. Yeah, so I was like, I'll give you that, but your story ain't that fire for you to be making me wait.
Bro.
It didn't hold up to the one before, unfortunately. But
no, same thing with Cobra Kai. I was like, Cobra Kai, you pushing it.
Boy, I'm I'm about 2 seasons behind. My Emily, she got out season 1. Was season 1 the fight in the school at the end?
I think so.
Boy, she just kept asking, where are the teachers? Like, where?
That's what I said. When she fell off that railing and hit her back, I was like, so these people fought around the whole school. Where the teachers at?
Yeah, she had watched a single episode since.
I'm gonna speak for the teachers. Let me tell you something. We don't break them shits up. Y'all want to be stupid? Go do you.
Well, there was one teacher who tried to, and then she was like,
and probably got her eye knocked loose.
That judo flipped or something.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have broken it up either. Be like, look, I'm gonna break. I got a free period until 12.
When y'all
you can let them little white kids kick each other until the roosters come crowing.
Full out brawl in the school, man.
I already heated my lunch. I don't want to reheat it again. Once it didn't start, I got to finish it off. But no, they dropped 5 episodes. They're gonna drop another 5 in November, and then the last 5 comes out next year at the end of February. I'm like, your story's not that great for you to be doing that shit at all.
No.
Yeah, so I just like I don't get it, but I will ask y'all just jumping getting back from the side quest. What kind of storyline or character development do you hope to see from the Penguin series, and especially from Oz? And then what other characters would you like to see introduced possibly in this series? Kind of like how the new Joker series the new Joker film is introducing Harvey Dent in there. Who are some you'd like to see, and what type of story developments would you like to see in the Penguin series? So
I personally, because I'm not going to even take it from Gotham, just from this point of view where the Penguin Cobblepot is trying to take over the underbelly from the Falcone family. I'm like, wait a minute, because nobody ever tested them like that. So now they about to be tested. So I'm trying to see how he going to build his army, how he going to go about this. And we get a little bit in the trailer where he gets, I ain't going to even call him a lackey. He get a little guy to train up under him to try to show him, hey, this is how you get down. This is how you hustle. This is how you put in work. And this is what we about to do. And we about to take over Gotham. I want to see that story develop. And I do want to see a new Harvey Dent. I want to see a live Clayface. Okay. Because I think that's a cool character. Right. Those are the 2 characters that I want to see if they pull them out to come into play. Because Two-Face is one of my favorite villains. I mean, could you call him a villain? Because he got the,
yes,
absolutely. Y'all call him a villain?
Just because you got mental problems don't mean you ain't no villain. You out here testing people's lives with a coin. Imagine you having that gun point to your face. Heads you lose, tails I shoot you in the face. Bitch, I was just walking down the street. Hold the fuck up. You ain't gonna test my life with your coin. Hell no.
I mean, I want to see the development in Cobblepot going from I guess you could call him a lackey because they really didn't respect him. Going from that to being a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. And then can I just say, man, your man's playing Cobblepot. Can I say he has done an excellent job?
Surprisingly,
yeah. And I say, man, and I've been a fan of Colin Farrell for a long time. I did not like him in Daredevil.
Come on, man, catching that glass.
That was the best part of that. Don't miss. Yeah, don't miss. This man was doing speedballs and aiming perfectly.
Man, he was Colin Farrell. Man, he put on his actor's hat and went to work as Cobblepot, man. So I'm really anxious to see what he's gonna do with the whole series.
Yeah. Do we think he'll become like full on Penguin by the end of this to be.
I'm hoping he does because
Batman
they can, because they probably already got the development
another
Batman too. You
know
what I'm
saying?
but
even Batman Returns, you got Penguin, Catwoman, and like you got two of them in that movie alone there.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see him slow play it. If that's just me, because I would like a season 2, because I think Penguin is a great anchor to introduce everything you need into the Batman. Mm-hmm. Because rather than us having to just see it from the Batman side, you get to see these players introduced. Because the one thing about like Batman's rogue gallery, all of them intertwine with one another. Like all of them talk to each other. They know one another. They know not to step in these certain territories, and they come together sometimes to try to fuck Batman up. Like you don't always see that in other stuff.
Like the episode We Almost Got Him for the animated series. They're sitting around playing poker. That's one of my favorites. But for this one, I do want to. I hope I wrote that down. I was like, I don't want to see him become Penguin, like full on Penguin this season. I want to see that again, like you said, a slow burn. Wasn't there a plan to make like another show, like a Commissioner Gordon? Or
it was a Commissioner Gordon in the Arkham series, and they canceled the Arkham series.
Okay, because I was hoping, like, I guess we won't probably see Commissioner Gordon in this at any.
I think
you might see him.
We might see him, but that was going to be one of my picks as a character I'd like to see. I would like to see them introduce Harvey Bullock in this show.
You need one. You need him.
I would like to see Harvey Bullock in this show. So I don't know if he'd be. Appreciate that. So I don't know if he'd be a crooked cop or if
I was going to ask you, would you want him to be a crooked cop? Would you want him to be on the slick side, or do you want
I like you know what it is? I like it both. I like him to have been a fucked up cop that kind of is now seeking redemption. Like, you know what? It's just like, like some of the things that have happened and everything. Like he could have had like a dramatic experience when the stuff broke in the water came. And he's just kind of like, man, I got to do better. I have got to do better. And now you kind of see him on that road, and it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna try to take down the Penguin or something like that.
Or actually be a good cop. Finally,
right?
Like a solid cop. But no, like I hope to see Commissioner Gordon, but I love that Harvey Bullock one. But yeah, it's just a slow burn for the Penguin, man. I think because you would imagine this Batman is gonna be a trilogy, right? Like I would assume that's gonna be the end game for it. You build your characters and you build your like underworld through Penguin. So you can get a little bit in that Batman 2. You can have the Penguin that's 3. I don't know where they're doing with the Joker or if you'll ever see him again. But I mean, you've already teased him, so I think you got to pull that trigger anyway.
I don't mind seeing it, but so the difficulty they're gonna have to find is how do you take these extraordinary villains and blend it in with these realistic villains that we have? Because Penguin you can make realistic, Riddler you made realistic, even Clayface we can hit to the realism. But when we start getting into like the Mr. Freeze, even Mr. Freeze you can kind of hit real. But when we get to like Joker, Bat Thing, or Poison Ivy, it's like, how are these going to go with this realistic world of Gotham that you gave us? And is that going to be movie-wise, or is that going to be put into a series?
I think this series can be like a good introduction at certain points, and then you just pull back and call back because they're not building any more shows up, right? Like this is well, we got to see what the success of this one will be. I think they just didn't want to roll so many out and spend so much money, especially too after canceling the Batgirl series as well. The Batgirl movie too, right?
The movie, the movie.
That eyes. Wow.
Whole thing finished, and we still ain't gonna get to see it. That's
Michael Keaton said that was a good payday.
Yes, it was. He said, but he felt bad for them directors because he said they really were enjoying what they put together, and it's like you hate to see that.
It was the same guys who just did the Bad Boy movie, right? Like those are the same guys. So that stinks, man. I want to see it. So
but hopefully it will spin off, because again, I like Matt Reeves' universe, but I think to what like we discussed about this particular Batman, I think this is your opportunity to where it's like, yo, I can keep this story going on without Batman.
Yeah, that's
like I don't need it to see it from the superhero's eyes. I can continue seeing this from the villain's eyes.
No, I completely agree, because this is their first. Here comes another thing. Is this building their universe, or is this is an Elseworld project, right? Like this
I believe this is this is an Elseworld project. Like
I'm so tired. Mentioned. I'm so tired of universe.
But you know what it is though? I get it because you're looking for structure in how to sell these things. Mm-hmm. So there's so much stuff that people want to see, but there's also so many other people, especially when it comes to licensing, that want to tell these stories and stuff. Because like even for myself, like I'll throw one out there. Like I said, in the vault, like I would love to do a symbiotes story. A series. And so basically it's not even Venom. It is a symbiote that crashes onto Earth, and what he does is he latches onto a stillborn child and basically has to use everything in him to bring that child to life. But that's who he actually partners with.
Really?
Like that's what it chooses. Yeah. And so as he grows up, it's the symbiote that is literally allowing him to develop. So it's no longer just the personality has disappeared. There is no human. That's the symbiote. But the symbiote don't know he a symbiote anymore. He just thinks he's a human.
He's a kid.
Yeah. And so as he grows up, and we'll get to it where he's an adult, he has to learn how to be a symbiote again. So it's like he'll start seeing it to where it'll start coming out like this, but he can't fully cover his body in the first series. So you'll see him like his arm is symbiotic and it'll start making the stuff and throwing these things. But you'll also see as it gets further into the seasons, that's when you start to see like, okay, I can fully transform into this, but it also has a consequence of me transforming fully. Like he loses itself because there's no other personality helping him control this body.
See, and those are the stories, man. Like those, like I said, you've given a great looking back. You've given a great like Mr. Freeze. Like that was Mr. Freeze and Clayface. That's how I've been thinking about how you could use Clayface, but I'm like in real world setting that we've set for Batman now, for the Matt Reeves movie, is it too far out of the realm of possibility? Ben Affleck, it could have been perfect for his Batman. Oh, yeah. We've already seen stuff in that one. We've seen Paradigmas where there's nowhere else to go.
No, not at all. But yeah, not at all. Like we didn't see that. It was like, yo, bring Doom on. Let's get this going.
This is it. We're done.
Yeah, but I think like even with the Clayface, you're just getting back to the real basics, like jumping into him being an actor. Like I wouldn't even make him a movie actor. I'd make him a theatrical actor. Like even in Penguin, I would love to see a episode where you just have Penguin from this shot where he's just like this and he's in a theater by himself. And who's performing? Fucking Clayface. Yeah. One man show. It's not a great show, but Oswald comes to see it. And he's like, yo, this is kind of where I just like escape and kind of just center myself a little bit. And again, like you said, Doc said, you can have his apprentice come to sit down with him, and it's like, yo, that's Clayface. Whoa,
yeah.
The dude just before that's Marco. Whoa. And then you see him go in there, and then just very subtle. It's just like trying to fix himself again, and just like that, like like Penguin may want to meet him, and it's just like.
Yeah, and that's cool. If he's a one-man show too, he's doing multiple parts.
Yeah, and he's just doing multiple parts. Yeah. And like that's what you start to see in him. And it's just like and then it could be like Penguin walks back and he's like, yeah, I just kind of, wanted to meet the guy, to put it all together. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Sugar. He's gone for right now. But it's like, yo, I could definitely leave a message. And then it's like you think it's this woman, but it's like, no, that's him. Yeah. And now he's like taking it off and just kind of shaping it out. But even like from the hair, it's not a wig. He's just pulling it out and then cheating it like Play-Doh and then putting it back where he needs to go. And it's just like, oh, wow, he really is Clay.
Well, you've single-handedly saved the DC universe for me if you can get that made.
Listen, I'm going to make this show till one of these people hire me. I done threw so much shit on here because, like, if y'all see it, y'all know where it came from. Be like, yo, y'all took that from Will. Will dropped this knowledge on us like 4 years ago, and y'all now using it. Just hire me, DC. Hire me, Marvel. Let me get y'all right. Star Wars, I'll get you real right. I'm going to destroy everything. We just going to reset all that shit.
I'm making a whole planet black.
That's it.
Whole movie.
And Mace Windu coming back. Mace Windu coming back for no reason at all. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with him. He just here, and he gonna cuss the whole time. But look, I want to get into our final segment and stuff. And so it's good that we have been talking about Batman, because our next segment is like what I like to call Nerd Word Dash. And Nerd Word Dash is a dope little game that we're going to play. Deonne and Doc have been given a list of words. Each of them are going to try and give as many clues as they can to get the opposite person to say the words in this list. Now, the words are not going to be displayed just yet. You're going to see the clues. They're going to have 1 minute to try to get as many as they can correct. I will have the timer set up and it will pop up, as you can see, and I am going to let them know if they have it correct and if they can move forward. So, Deonne, I'm going to have you go first on this one.
Okay.
You have been gracious of always letting Doc go, so I'm gonna let you go first on this.
Okay.
And
let me pull up my letters, my words.
Yes.
Just have them right here.
Now, remember the rules. You cannot use any of the words that are on the card. If you do, you do not get a point for that. You'll have to move on to the next one. You don't have to do it in order either. If you want to jump around, you are welcome to jump around on the list. And please do not do something that rhymes with. So don't be like, it rhymes with Latman. Like, you don't do that.
It's just one word, right?
What do you mean?
Well, like, I'm sorry. I was getting my stuff and my clues in my head. We just say one word and he tries to guess, or
no. You can tell. So you can be like, so it's this thing and it's like this and they do this.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So that you could do your clues like that. It doesn't have to be one word or anything like that. So you can try to explain it to him as best as you can to get him to say the word that is on the list. So I'm going to ask Deonne, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You have 1 minute, and your minute starts now.
He invents things for Bruce.
Alfred?
He's another partner. Is there another partner that works at
Fox.
Full name?
Lord. I gotta say his full name. God, I don't know his full name.
Okay, I'm gonna go to another one. He was born on a Monday.
Solomon Grundy.
Correct. Okay. Okay. He was a boss in Gotham too, along with the Falcones. This is you'll remember him more from the animated series from anything. Another crime boss.
Give me more clues. Is it a male? I assume.
Guy. One episode he brought Bane in.
Not Mr. Freeze. Is it another boss?
That's gonna be time.
Man,
Lucius.
I can't believe you didn't know that one. Lucius Fox, yes.
Hey,
Rupert Thorne was who?
Oh man!
Like I didn't even make it any further. I didn't even go Batman Inc.
I'm gonna make this easy for you. You should get all of these.
Well, we go see, because I thought you was gonna get Lucius Fox.
Well,
easy.
Last name, can I get that?
Nah.
There's no partial credit here, man.
No, sir. And you got a Batman poster behind you, sir. Come on.
I apologize.
Come on.
I apologize.
And he's played by the great Morgan Freeman.
Right. Really?
I was thinking in my head is Morgan Freeman. I was like, nope, that ain't.
That threw it all off. Morgan Freeman. But like, no. He's a character and he builds stuff. Morgan Freeman.
Right.
Did I get it right? Like, no. He was also on the Batgirl show. Morgan Freeman. I feel like it got to be Morgan Freeman. I'm saying it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not it. That's not the one.
Oh,
well,
man.
Deonne, you got 1 point
Lucius.
out of the 5. And you did get Solomon Grundy correct. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know if anybody was gonna catch that one. And you caught it very well to go Born on a Monday, and how Rufus instantly caught it. I was like, I thought that one might throw you off, but I was like, okay.
Oh, that didn't. Yeah, I got that pass because it didn't. I didn't say it sounds like. Right, it rhymes. It still rhymes. Solomon Grundy born on a Monday.
Well, no, because you didn't go with rhymes with, but that is but it is part of the lure. It's like, yo, born on a Monday, died on Tuesday. Like you could have kept going with that, and it still would have counted. So,
trying to save time, get back to Lucius.
But that was a great job, though. That was a fantastic job. But you did get 1 point. So we're going to see if Doc can do a better job at giving out clues and guessing, and see who will be a winner. You just got to get one right.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, huh?
That's all you got to do is get one. Well, you tied, so you got to get two right for you to win.
Yeah.
All right. So, Doc, are you ready?
Let's go.
Your minute starts now.
A group of villains in Gotham.
A group of villains?
Mm-hmm. Do I need to give more clues?
Please give me more.
I would.
A judge in the group.
A judge in a group?
Yeah, where does the judge hang out?
The Court of Owls.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a terrible. Go ahead.
Time.
Huh? Keep going.
And, real fast. And I can see everything.
Keep giving me clues.
I'm trying to. Okay, we're gonna skip that. Let's see. We fight with sticks, and Batman broke my arm. Oh, you got to know this one.
Time.
What kind of clues? You're fighting with sticks. You have to know. He broke his arm.
You got to know it.
I think he was referring to Nightwing.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Real Fast supposed to be Flashpoint?
Yes. I'm going back.
Oh my God, man.
I'm going
back. Oh my God.
Fast.
You could have said Nightwing. He used to be. He was. No, you can even say Nightwing. You could have said used to be Robin. Nightwing. Boom. I'm done. Even Gotham Knights with all of them. You could have said everyone.
Even to the point you can, and I'll give you this an example because I'm sure y'all will come back to play this again because I might even make this into a full show. But if you could have done something like this, Deonne, what am I doing right now?
Warning.
All right. What's on the camera when you take a picture? What happens?
Flashpoint. Okay, Flashpoint. I get it.
Or just say, okay, I don't know if it's Bruce got a letter from his dad. Flashpoint. Or Bruce got like
Or not day. What's not day, but
night.
And you'd say night. Be like, okay, and then what does this place sell? And one of the famous things is lemon pepper. Wings. Now put both of those words together. Nightwing.
But even if you just said he used to be Batman's sidekick. You just made it way harder.
You gave clues like you 40. That's what it is. You gave clues like you 40. He was like, it's a judge. What a judge do? What a judges hang out. What? He said a group of villains. What a judge be at. I'm like, where's he going with this?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
What a judge be at when a judge be judging?
Wait, what was the sticks that broke Batman's arm? Was that Nightwing?
Yeah.
I was like, what? The stick? The fight with sticks that broke his wing?
I apologize. I gave out some horrible clues.
Those were quite some clues.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? That you know what we gonna go to the next one. When you go really fast and you be at somewhere just moving real fast. What is that?
Oh man.
What?
Oh God.
This is why I love this game.
Oh my goodness, man.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Well, y'all actually tied at 1-1, which I think is
I'm gonna come snatch that picture off your wall back there and take it.
I need to come redeem myself after this one.
Yes, that's all that means. We're gonna have to return back for y'all to declare a winner. I think this is gonna have to now be like a little series.
I mean, Nightwing, man.
He played with sticks and Batman broke his arm. What make you think out of all people, that's the one I'm gonna remember?
He breaks an arm every night, man.
Yeah. And I was like, secondly, there's a Robin that fights with a stick.
Oh,
It's like, Robin?
Oh my God.
I think I can say Robin. I don't know.
You should just bust out Casey Jones. It gotta be Casey Jones. You said sticks, breaking arms, it's Casey Jones.
At least gotten all of those, man. I feel like I could have gotten them all.
Yes, man. Let's just put. And I'm just pulling up again the show. Nightwing.
Okay. So what were you trying? What would you have said for Vandal Savage?
I don't even know. To be honest with you.
Shit, I wouldn't know I do that one either. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah. So
I would have
said for Vandal Savage.
So I would have said, "Hey, I'll say so." Okay, what is Lil Bootsy? What does Lil Bootsy always say? He lives what life?
Oh, wow.
What life does he live? He lived that savage. Like, okay, when you break into somebody's stuff and everything, and you break into their home, what's a word that they also use for that?
Sorry.
So then we would be like vandalize, and then you say put it together.
Be like, okay, now with those, who was a character that fits both of those? Vandal Savage.
But that's 30 seconds.
Nah, see, I would have said that fast.
But see, I'm trying to pull from like things that are out there. Like when I pulled up Rupert Thor, and I was like, oh, he was in the animated series. He was a boss. He was all that. You should have known that, man.
What really gets a lot of people is it's the 1 minute. It's the 1 minute, and once I say your time starts now, that's what's right here.
Right.
You're not thinking about the words. That 1 minute is in your head. You're literally looking at a clock in your head. Yeah. And you're like, okay. I know I only got about 30 seconds. And you're spending half of your brain counting it down. And it's like, no, just focus on this. Just focus on the words.
Man, carry sticks.
Hey, man.
What a judge be at. It's hilarious. What a judge be hanging out.
I saw that clock, bro. I was like, man, I'm panicking.
I put that on the shirt. Where the judge be at?
What a judge be at. It's a group of villains and a judge be over there. What?
Oh my God, man.
Are we talking about the same shit? Wait a minute.
This is not Batman related at all.
At all.
Wow, didn't it? God, man.
But we will have to definitely bring y'all back.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
This, man. I appreciate that. But ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the conclusion of this episode. I want to thank my guests for joining me, Deonne and Doc. Before we get out of here, we are going to make sure that they get a chance to let you know where they can follow them and where you can support them. But before we get to that, I just want to say thank y'all so much for checking it out. Please like and comment on this video, subscribe to the YouTube channels and the socials, and then let us know in the comments below how you felt about this episode, the new segments, how we're talking about trending news, have some games in there. Let us know how you're feeling about the new format in the comments below. And if you knew what Doc meant when he said the judge be over there, did you instantly think Court of Owls? Let us know. Or the guy that played with sticks and his arm got broke, did you instantly think that gotta be Nightwing?
Oh, yeah.
What?
What?
That's the worst, man.
But as Dion's coughing up a lung, Doc, I'm gonna let you go first. Where can they follow and support you?
Okay. All right. Doc's pop up at TikTok. Doc _pop_up1 on YouTube. You can follow me there. I have cooking videos. As always say, I'm your number one chef. Just holla at your boy, man.
Okay, I'm done. Yes. That's the worst, man. That's the worst. I don't want to be your partner no more, man.
He's not gonna let you live this down. I'm just letting you know that now. He's not gonna let it. The minute y'all talk about Batman, you're gonna be like, oh, now you know how to talk about Nightwing. Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna pull that receipt and just have that. But yeah, Will, thanks again, man. All-Star Fandom show on TikTok, on Instagram, over here on YouTube too. Usually go live throughout the week. Have a recap show, review show that we do the Fellowship of Fandom now up until the Rings of Power finishes this season. And then we're coming back with hopefully equipment and everything works back where we can get PCW back on the map to bring that back on Wednesday nights to go up against that whole other promotion somewhere else. But yeah, All-Star Fandom show everywhere. Will, thanks again, man. This was fun.
Man, I'm so glad y'all had a great time, man. And I appreciate y'all having on here. Y'all were an excellent set of guests, and I appreciate all the stuff that y'all brought today, man. But as I said, y'all know, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, like on the video, and then make sure you can follow me at Will Pharaoh, Pharaoh, on all socials except for Facebook. It is just Trill at the end of it. That's all. Everything else is the same. Make sure you check out my Twitch channels. I'm always live streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, I do Finish the Story. That's where I actually finish one of these video games that's on here, which is why Red Dead Redemption 2 don't get put on here. Wednesday is, of course, the greatest wrestling promotion, TCW, Trill Championship Wrestling, where the greatest matches happen at all time. Maybe we'll have even these two come in and commentate if they choose to see just how dope it gets over there in Houston. Hey, man, hey, we welcome it. All right. And then, of course, on Fridays, where we'll talk about topics, trending things, and I play straight up a comic book for you early before it actually drops on YouTube. So make sure you check out my lives Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as well as Women's Wrestling Talk. You can always see me on there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday talking about the latest trending news in the wrestling industry.
Great show.
Appreciate that. Yes, it is a phenomenal show. Shout out to the Real TK, Wrestling with Honey, and the Professor, and of course the Mayor, who is my straight rival. This is straight Cena Orton rivalry over there going on. So I love each and every one of them, man. They are amazing. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book, and stay tuned. We're going to keep this thing rocking, and we will catch you next time.